And we say good morning to you. We are live again at Food City on Eastman Road. You can see behind us Scott Paper Towels. Obviously, it's going to be one of the things on sale today and tomorrow. On the Lucky 7 sale, we're going to be joined by our store manager, Tommy Stanley, here in just a second. So we are loaded for bear today. We've got all kinds of things to talk about. First and foremost would be the obvious, the March Madness. We'll run down everything going on there. We've got NASCAR. We've got Kingsport Speedway drivers coming. We've got a lot of things going on here today as we're at Food City on Eastman Road. Show number 710 is the magic number today. And so we're here broadcasting live Food City on Eastman Road in Kingsport. He's here. And so let's go ahead and get him up and get him rolling because he's ready to rock and roll. And I'm sure as the morning rolls on, he'll be harder and harder to catch and the day rolls on the show because he's Tommy Turtle Stanley, as you see here on the old screen. So let's pull him up here and get him on the show. And boom, there he is. How you doing, youngin'?
Doing good, you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Thanks, you still have to dress me, don't you?
Huh?
It's that dress me, don't you? Some things don't change over the years.
I'm not going to say a word. I'm just glad to be here, man. It's been a while. So
I
how in the world are you?
Microphone up around my ear. You still got to get me there.
Yeah. How you doing?
Doing good, doing good.
Busy day? Going to be
It's been, you can see it's been steady, and hopefully it stays like this all day long.
Absolutely. So Tennessee basketball. Big win yesterday for the Big Orange.
I didn't get to watch it, but they apparently the halftime motivation speech was good. Not that it was bad before halftime. It got a lot better after.
I believe he
got
got
a little defense going on.
There you go. A little clamp down defense.
What Pat Summitt say? Offense was it? I'm gonna get it wrong, but like offense sells tickets, but defense wins championships.
Yep,
I remember the defense part.
Yeah, and so that's what happened. Second half, 73-47. We'll run down all the games. We got the first set of games starting about 12:15 today. On the second day, 16 games. We had some upsets. Arizona bolts out already this morning, which I think is way wrong. DeAndre Ayton, the big 7-foot freshman, gone. Going to go to the NBA. He's already said, I'm out. That's just not the way it should be. That's not what college basketball how it was set up. But he's gone. Also, Trier, the other player for Arizona, we'll have that for you coming up. He's left. He's already said this morning they're gone, both of them. Sean Miller's in trouble, I think, the Arizona coach. So maybe a lot of people.
With him.
I'd say he may be going right along with them because I think there's getting ready to. I think this FBI investigation after March Madness is going to really change things in college basketball. But lots going on. We'll tell you all about that. We got some NFL news. Daniel Kilgore traded the San Francisco 49er youngin from Dobbins Bennett going to the Miami Dolphins. We'll tell you all about that. Justin Grimm out of Bristol, young man that's pitching for the Cubs out of the bullpen. They released him. So got a couple local youngins that are looking for new home. Well, one's got a new home. He's down at the Dolphins, and we'll see who picks up Justin Grimm. He's a great relief pitcher for the Cubbies. But Turtle's in the house, ready to talk about the Lucky 7 two-day sale. I'm going to turn this little puppy on and work on this. So take it away, big dog.
We do got some really good sales today. We got a lot of good, and not just the Lucky 7s for the next 2 days. We also got a great ad all week long. You know, we got our New York strip, certified Angus, $6.77 for family pack, $6.77 pound. Family pack. The Halo Mandarin oranges, $3.77. Them eat real well too.
Oh, I like them a lot.
We got the Domino sugar. That's been flying out of here this morning. 4-pound bag for $1.77. Kern sandwich bread, 77 cents. That's my favorite right there. I'm glad we got that back. Great price on some cheese. I mean, I go through all of it. You know, you got your cereal, Kellogg's Frosted Flakes, Fruit Loops, and Apple Jacks, $1.77. We got our Bakery Fresh Brownies, $3.77. A good price on the Scott's Towels, $4.77. The Bar S Franks for 77 cents. That's another great price.
Them hot diggities, some hot dogs.
Yes, sir.
Bar S Franks.
And we got the Hot House tomatoes, $1.77. Them look beautiful. I was looking at them back there, look great. Got the salad dressing, also $1.77. Probably noticed everything ends in 7.
I do see. I kind of figured that one out. That's good. Campbell's Spaghetti. Is that SpaghettiOs?
Yes.
Or SpaghettiOs.
SpaghettiOs,
77 cents.
State Fair corn dogs, $2.77, and the Buy More Save More 2-liter Coke, 77 cents. And like I said, that's the 2-day sale, and that's just a few of the items. You know, we got a huge buy one get one free with the Wide Awake coffee, Kay's ice cream, DiGiorno pizza, spaghetti sauce, and spaghetti noodles, BOGO. Terry's potato chips, real good price on the grapes, $1.29. gourmet cookies, we're sampling them. Have the last couple of days. Almond Joy and the Reese's, they're phenomenal. Asparagus, $2.49. I mean, we got a lot of really good.
Hello, Socks.
A lot of really good stuff.
My man Dave Light's in the house. So you got all kinds of goodies in here. Let's take, we're talking to Tommy, the Turtle Man, Stanley Food City store manager. By the way, we got coming up, we got Patrick Grayson, the principal of Bristol Prep. Got Rick Pinnell and Robbie Ferguson from Kingsport Speedway. We've got Mike Hedrick, top of the hour from Northern Virginia with our preview of Fontana, California for the big racing doubleheader this weekend in Fontana. We've got also Isabella Vanderbeest. She's going to join us coming up here in a little while. Young lady's a golfer, hot rod golfer from Dobbins Minute. Dave Martin joins us from WLW Radio in Cincinnati, and we got him right now, the Turtle Man, Tommy Stanley. Lady Vols play today. They'll take on the Lady Flames of Liberty University. So what do you think about that one? Think we're all right?
I think we'll be all right on that one.
Play
defense. Hustle.
If you what?
Play defense and hustle.
There you go. Play defense and hustle. Are you happy with Holly Warlick?
Well, there's only one Pat Summit.
There you go. There's only one Pat Summit.
It's hard to follow a Pat Summit.
You got it.
So I'll say that.
Tennessee takes on Liberty at 2:30 this afternoon in Knoxville. Thompson Bowling. Other side of the bracket is Oregon State and Western Kentucky. They'll play at noon. Lady Vols play at 2:30. Winners will be playing on Saturday.
The one thing about basketball now, there is no dominant teams anymore. I mean, on any given day, as they say, anybody can win. Used to 2 years ago, it seemed a little more. You knew the UCLA's and them was going to, but now it's the women's. You got Connecticut there, and obviously if you're a Tennessee fan, you know how that plays out. But in the men's, on any given day, anybody can win.
You got it. Any given day, anybody can do it and do it good. Yep. So the Lucky Sevens, let me run them down for you again real quick. Couple of New York strips, $6.77 for a family pack. Halo Mandarin Oranges, $3.77. Maxwell House Coffee. Been watching those flying out here already.
Oh, yeah.
Maxwell House Coffee.
Sugar at $1.77 is going out of here quick. You see you look right there, you see the Kerns.
Sandwich bread.
Sandwich bread.
Rolling.
Yep. I mean, we got a lot of good items.
4-pound bag Domino's Sugar, $1.77.
And that buggy right over there.
Behind us, you can see the stacks of Scott paper towels, 6 to 12 rolls for $4.77, or bath tissue, or Kleenex facial tissue, limit 2. Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwiches, limit 4. That's for $3.77. Let's talk for just a second about how you can get your race tickets here at Food City.
Oh yeah, you can come to the front office and buy them right here. We sell them right here in the store, and we're selling them as we speak.
Absolutely, we got race tickets.
Just
We
come
are
to the front office and ask them, or go through a line, and we'll get them for them.
We are 30 days out from the Food City 500.
Hard to believe it.
It is hard to believe.
Time flies.
There you go. Get them for $50.
The price, yeah. You got the adults $50 for Sunday the 15th. Kids $10. The Saturday race. Friday in August then, with adults $30 and kids free. And the Saturday night race in August, $60 for adults and $10 for kids.
Exactly. So,
and like I said, come in and see our front office at any of the food cities in our company, and we'll have them there and ready to sell them for you.
Here's the cool part, too. When you buy your tickets here from Food City, over 133 stores in 4 states, you get 500 additional bonus value points per ticket. Now, I've done the math. See if I've done my Western ciphering right. 150 points gets you a gas visit.
Yep.
150 into 500 goes 3.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
All right. Most people buy 2 tickets, so I'm figuring this right. You get 6 gas visits on 2 tickets. If you come in on Wednesday, you get them for 30 cents off, right?
Yep.
And then on top of that, you get you come in and buy a kid's ticket for $10. You get 500 value points for that, and 3 gas visits for $10. That's a no-brainer, Hoss.
If you work it out right, you pretty much ain't paying very much off for that ticket.
No.
You can use it for your groceries, on your groceries, or your gas. If you got plenty of tickets,
exactly.
Plenty of points. I mean, you can use some in here and some at Gas and Go both. And on Wednesday, like you said, it's double points.
Double points.
Double savings.
By the way, all the tickets, blind reserved seats selected by knowledgeable members of the staff. Tickets sold at the front office of each Food City location. They'll be emailed to you just a few days following your purchase. So if you do it today, probably get them first or middle of next week. Final day to purchase race tickets will be Tuesday, April the 10th. And again, as we said, for the Bass Pro Shop, you can buy your fall race tickets as well. But right now, obviously, the focal point would be the Food City 500 in 30 days. Jimmie Johnson back to defend his crown of that race. The Xfinity Series is 29 days out. That would be the Fitzgerald Glider Kits 300 and the Zombie Auto 150. That's on Saturday the 14th. Those tickets are $30, as we said, and the kids 12 and under get in free on Saturday. So you get 450 laps for a free ticket for a kid, and only, yes sir, you take care too, sir. $30 for a ticket for the Saturday race on April the 14th. No brainer. You know what I'm hankering for? I'm dying for one. A peach water.
Peach water. Well, you might be able to find
Just bring me I'll just buy a 6-pack. I love them. I drink them like water. So.
A little peachy on that one.
You looked at me like, what turnip truck is old boy fall off of? So.
You know, I fully understand that.
You do that.
From Hawkins County.
Your country's cornbread. Yep, you got it. You got her down to a science.
Yeah.
You gonna come back and talk to me a little while?
Yeah. You go ahead and get some of the others through here and talk to them, and then I'll be more than happy to come back.
We're running them through, brother. I'm telling you, it's gonna roll. That's okay.
That's good. Now remember where you got me and 290 more, because you're at 710. You said.
Yes, sir.
Remember what 1,000 is? That's here.
Oh yeah, my 1,000 shows here. I did. You're right.
You'll never hear the end of it.
That's exactly right.
On 1,000.
Show number 1,000 is going to be right here for a big celebration.
1,000.
You're right.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
Yep.
I'm glad you reminded me. That should fall if it hits right. What, 300 more shows? Inside of 300 shows. So you're talking.
How many days is it Christmas? I know you know.
283. 283 days till Christmas.
So that'd be 63
so we're talking
days
what? 300 more days.
Oh yeah.
Where would that put me?
Weekends.
Yeah, 5 days.
Should work weekends too. And then we'll get there quicker.
So I do. We'll have to cipher on that. Let's see. What would that put me at?
We're probably looking close to in between
Fall
Halloween and Halloweenish, I would think.
5 shows a week. 20 shows a month.
It's going to take 42 weeks.
Yeah. You're talking between Halloween and Thanksgiving.
Yep.
For the 1,000th show. Right here. Show number 1,000 right here. All right.
We'll have turkey to eat that day.
We'll have turkey.
Yep.
Or something good.
Yep.
Michelle here
Not
today.
turtle.
Michelle here today.
Michelle.
Not Michelle.
Nicole.
Nicole.
I haven't seen her this morning.
Okay. Usually she's up there.
No, actually I have. I did talk to her.
She is here? Usually brings me food.
Yeah.
I just wondered. All right. I know you got to roll. You come back a little while, please?
Absolutely.
Yeah, come back.
I'll see you close about 12:45 or so.
You knew that. Okay? You knew that, didn't you?
Yeah.
We've done this before.
Yeah, just like old.
Looks like old times.
Yep.
We'll take a quick break. We'll talk a little basketball, and then Bristol Prep coming up here in just a few minutes here on show number 710 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Do you like pulled pork? At Phil's, the pulled pork is cooked low and slow. We cook it all night, but we serve it fast. Our pulled pork is hickory smoked, tender and juicy. We serve the pork either as a sandwich on a bun or platter style with garlic toast. And don't forget to try our pork wings. They taste like a cross between ham and our sweet ribs. It comes as a meal, as an add-on, or part of our meat sampler platters. Pulled pork and pork wings. Just 2 great reasons to stop by Phil's Dream Pit. Eastern Star exit off I-26, 349-6437. Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
Back to the Tom Douglas Sports Show. There's my man, Patrick Grayson. He's going to join us coming up here in just a second, but I want to let him get rest and settled in, and he's getting ready to smile real big for the camera here in just a few minutes. Let me run down what's going on in college basketball. Chronologically, let's roll with it and let you know, because it's another big day of the NCAA March Madness. Hearts are going to be broken. 3 upsets yesterday. Buffalo, the 13th seed, knocks off the number 4 seed Arizona. It was number 9 seed Alabama knocking off the number 8 seed Virginia Tech, 86-83. And then Loyola of Chicago stops number 6 Miami out of Florida, 64-62. So here we go. Coming up at 12:15, inside of an hour from now, you've got the West Regional, number 7 Texas A&M and 10th seeded Providence. That'll be played in Charlotte, North Carolina. That's in the West Regional. At 12:40, East Regional, number 2 Purdue, Cal State Fullerton will get after it. They'll play that in Detroit. Coming up at 1:30, the only school that really matters, we are Marshall, the old alma mater. Go Thundering Herd. My school, Marshall takes on Wichita State. We got an uphill battle. That'll be in San Diego at 1:30. Second-ranked Georgia State, second seeded Cincinnati takes on Georgia State. In the South Regional coming up in Nashville later on. That'll be right around 2 o'clock this afternoon. 2:45, defending national champion North Carolina, the number 2 seed out of the West, takes on Lipscomb out of the ASUN. That'll be coming up at 2:45 in Charlotte. Also chronologically this afternoon, it's 7th-ranked Arkansas taking on the Butler Bulldogs out of the East. They'll play that one in Detroit. Also coming up at 4 o'clock this afternoon from San Diego, Game 2 of that series between the number 5 seed, the West Virginia Mountaineers, and the Murray State Racers, the number 12 seed. That'll be going on at 4 o'clock today. And then also wrapping things up in the afternoon sessions at 4:30 in the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville. The 7th-seeded Nevada team takes on the number 10 seed Texas Longhorns out of the South Regional. We'll run down the night games for you coming up here in just a few minutes as we are here live again at Food City on Eastman Road on a Food City Friday. Let's bring him in. Let's see, we'll make sure I got him on the right one, and he will be, he's going to be on this one right here, and here we go. Let's hit the magic button and get him on camera, and away we go. This young man is the principal at Bristol Prep, and obviously Bristol. How are you, my friend, Patrick Grayson?
I'm good. How are you, Tom?
Good. For folks out there who have no clue, tell us what Bristol Prep's all about.
Bristol Prep's a 1-year postgraduate program located in the Tri-Cities, and basically it's a basketball school. So it's a place where kids can come and play with us for a year. It's free by the NCAA, and they can play an elite schedule against other elite prep schools in the United States.
How many elite prep schools are there in the United States, ballpark?
Well, there's several. We played 25 to 35 games this year. We went to IMG Academy. We went to Oak Hill. We went to Massanutten. We went to Hargrave. I mean, we played an elite schedule. Just about every opponent except maybe 5 opponents were ranked nationally.
Where is the campus, I guess, in Bristol?
The campus is located at 515 Melrose Street. That's where we are right now. We're hoping that eventually one day we'll build our own actual campus. Right now we're in the process of getting full accreditation. This year we partnered with Virginia Highlands for academics, but next year we'll be fully accredited grade 9s through 12, and also that one postgraduate year.
You were talking to Patrick Grayson from Bristol Prep Academy, and so how many kids are there now?
15.
15?
Yes, sir.
And local or out of state or both?
There's about 3 local kids, 4 local kids, and then the rest are out of state.
Yeah. And so, all right, so you graduate from high school, and you want to go to college. This is kind of a buffer in between high school and college.
Yes,
right?
sir. It's they call it the bridge. It's a year that we use to develop character, help on any academic flaws that you may have had, and sometimes when you're in high school, there's not really you're not really mature, so a lot of times you get overlooked in the recruiting scene. So this is a year to kind of build your body correctly.
Build your body correctly. Hello to Jeff Sadler up in West Virginia. Says the state of West Virginia has shut down today for the Marshall and West Virginia games. Hello, Jeff Sadler in West Virginia. Hello, Max Meadows. Mark will be there Monday, broadcasting live there. Taking our show right down the road here on the Monday. Also, Bill Patrick's going to join us coming up here in a little while. Hello to Vincent Ludwig. Hello to Donna Bryant. Good morning to you kids. We're talking, as you can see on the screen, to Patrick Grayson. He is, of course, the principal of Bristol Prep. And so you played, 25 games was your record this year?
Well, right now we're 16-10. So
still playing?
Still playing. We play in the playoffs tomorrow.
Oh.
Then if we win, we'll play Sunday. And then if we win Sunday, we'll be in they call it the Grind Tour World Championships. You have to be invited to that. You have to be a top 32 team in the nation to be invited to that.
So you're playing tomorrow where?
Athens, Tennessee.
Wow. That's cool. Who are you playing tomorrow?
We play Believe Prep.
Yeah. So tell me who some of the kids are on the team.
We have Keyshawn Foster. He's from Tennessee High. We have Jordan Webb. He's from DB. He's been injured lately, but those are some of the local kids. Some of the other kids are from Beckley, West Virginia. We have Courtney Walton, Breland and Brenton Walton, who are twins. We have Isaiah Francis. He was a 4-time state All-State. We have some really good kids.
Who's the coach?
Right now, the coach is William Ratliff and Coach J.D. Shivers. We had Coach Adrian Sensabaugh helping us there for a little bit. He's kind of taking a leave of absence, but his status is unsure right now.
So you're the president of Bristol Prep?
Yes, sir.
So everything comes across your desk. You demand.
It comes across the desk, that's for sure.
So I'm intrigued. So these guys, they go a full day in class? I mean, it's just like a normal school situation?
For this year, it was different because in postgraduate, you don't really know what each kid needs. Like some of them need academics. Some of them's parents just want them to do academics. Some of them, are just working on basketball. It's different for every kid because if you have a good GPA and a good ACT score, then you don't need academics because the NCAA already has you qualified. It's basically trying to get NCAA qualified and then trying to get that extra year of eligibility so you can be seen to get a D1 or D2 scholarship.
So let's take me. I'm coming to Bristol Prep next year, okay? Is my goal to be there for 1 year, 2 years? Do I have other colleges come in and watch me play so they can come say, hey, Tom, I want you to come to XYZ school? Is that how it works?
You would come to Bristol Prep for 1 year. If you were already academically qualified, you probably wouldn't work on academics. You would work on your getting more looks, and we'd bring in coaches from all over the area, all over the United States to come watch you play. And, we would put you in front of these coaches by an elite exposure schedule. And we've had quite a few coaches come watch us play. We actually had the University of Tennessee coach come to Florida and watch us play against the IMG Academy. So we've had several big universities watch us play this year. We've even had Wichita State watch us play, and they wanted to offer one of our kids, but he wasn't really academically ready at the time.
Neat stuff. Again, we're talking to the president. You see on the screen, Patrick Grayson, the principal of Bristol Prep. We're here live at Food City on Eastman Road. Again, it's the Lucky 7 sale for 2 days, all day today and all day tomorrow. It's the Lucky 7 sale, and again, it's a 2-day at all 133 stores of Food City across 4 states. So it's a good time to come in here and save. And again, Jeff Sadler, wow, we go way back, growing up in the hills of West Virginia. I need to talk to you. I haven't talked to Jeff Sadler. I bet you. How you doing, sir? Appreciate you. I haven't talked to Jeff Sadler. I bet you in probably 40 years. So, Sadler, find out how I can get a hold of you, my friend. I want to talk to you. But, yes, the two schools that really matter, Marshall and West Virginia, are playing today. And if they would win, if they can both pull off wins, West Virginia against Murray State and Marshall against Wichita State, they'll play each other on Sunday. So that'd be really cool. That'd be real. It's like Marshall, West Virginia up there is like Alabama, Auburn, or I don't know, pick two schools that don't like Ohio State, Michigan. It's intense, it's serious. So good luck to the Thundering Herd and good luck to the Mountaineers. So basketball winds down, then you are hoping to make this thing grow. What is your ideal number of kids you want there? Do you have a number?
We want to go from 15 to 30 something, you know, and then from 30 something on up. We envision having different sports other than basketball. I think we're probably a year or two away from introducing another sport. We want to make sure we have basketball conquered and know what we're doing there before we do anything else.
I want to say thanks to this young lady. I had no clue. She said, you want to talk to the guys from Bristol Prep? And I said, and I hate to plead ignorance, and I got a sports show, but I didn't know anything about Bristol Prep, and now I'm learning about it. So pretty cool. Is there a web? Hello, young lady. How are you? Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate you very much. Is there a website for you?
There is. It's bristolprepacademy.com.
bristolprepacademy.com. You can check it out. So, again, give props to Dawn Lambert. She's like a marketing machine. She gets me people on here all the time for the show, and she said, you want to talk to the guy from Bristol Prep? I said, sure. So what's it like to be the principal of a school? Obviously, you can tell by looking at this young man, he's not that old. So what's it like to kind of run a school day to day? Headaches?
Dramatizing.
There you go. I would think so. Lots of drama. Lots of
drama. It never ends.
Yeah. Oh no. I guarantee it doesn't. If you don't, you got parents and kids. Oh yes, something all the time. As my late father used to say, the dust never settles. Always something. So but I don't guess any 2 days are the same, are they?
No, they're not.
No.
You'll have 2 weeks, and you'll go by without a problem. You're like, well, maybe we're getting rid of the problems, and then a new problem comes up. So you never get rid of the problems or the challenges.
That would be called LIFE. What just means you got this one fixed. This one pops up over here.
Right. So let me ask you a question, Tom.
Yes,
who do you have winning this NCAA tournament?
Winning the whole thing?
Yes, sir.
Well, I've got a couple of brackets, so I've got 3 different winners on 3 different brackets. So figured I can't go wrong if I pick 3 different winners. But I really like Virginia. They play defense. Defense will win you championships. I like the Cavaliers. You know, I don't think you can count out North Carolina. Everybody says they're the number 2 seed. I just think they're North Carolina until otherwise they're still the national champs. And you got the Duke Blue Devil fans saying they're going to do it. So,
yeah.
And you got Kansas people saying they got the horses. So
I've got a surprise for you. And
go ahead.
And after we get to the Final Four, I'll come back on your show for you.
Tell me who you
I'm going to say
be.
the Florida Gators are going to be right there. They've had a tough schedule. They beat Gonzaga in the beginning of the year. They've played some tough games, and they're always in every game. And they've got an easy bracket.
Mark this down. We got a lunch bet going. I'm going to take that one. You're saying Florida's going to win the national championship?
I'm saying the Florida Gators are going to be right there, having a chance to win to go to the national championship.
So they're going to be, all right, let's make sure this bet is correct. You're saying Florida's going to be in the national championship game.
I'm saying they're going to be.
Last 2 teams
they're going to be
playing.
in the final 2 teams.
Okay. All right. Lunch bet. We're on. Because maybe I don't see that, but that's okay. That'd be good for a good meal. Either way, we're going to win out. Cause
sounds good.
I'm going to eat good when you buy my lunch, and we'll get a chance to kind of hang out and talk hoops.
Yeah, and you can't count out those Vols either. They're pretty tough this year.
Yeah, I like Tennessee. I like Gonzaga. I like Xavier. There's a lot of good teams in there. But answer to your question, if I had to go to Vegas, I would throw it up there against the Virginia Cavaliers, see what happens. But obviously Arizona proves that anything can happen because they laid an egg. Man, they got beat by. They did not only get beat.
I think those kids are just ready to get out of the drama and go to the NBA and make some money.
21 points. They got beat by 21 points by a 13-seed Buffalo. That's telling me I didn't see the game that they kind of packed that one in. We're done. We want to get out of here.
Yep, ready to go to the NBA.
I think so. In fact, 2 of them already said today, DeAndre Ayton and Trier, the other kid from Arizona, both said we're out, we're leaving. So make sure I got their names right. Let's see, DeAndre Ayton and Alonzo Trier Jr. both said they're gone. So they're going to the NBA. So there you have it. Patrick Grayson, one more time. Website is?
BristolPrepAcademy.com.
You are welcome back anytime, my friend. Come on back, and if you want to come back next week and do a follow, if you win the whole enchilada, when's the last game to win the championship?
We will play Monday if we're in the championship.
Yeah, so next week, if you win Monday, come back next week and bring some of your kids and brag on them.
Yes, sir. I'd love to do that.
Yeah, and at that point, I'll be trying to figure out where I'm going to eat lunch, because we got the Florida Gators. You got the Gators going into the national championship. I like this.
All right.
Good.
Thank you, Tom.
Yes, sir.
You
Quick break. We'll be right back. We are here live. Again, we are at Food City on Eastman Road in Kingsport. We'll take a break. We'll be right back, and we'll carry on here on this Friday. Coming up, we got my man from the got two of them here from the Kingsport Speedway. Rick and Robbie are going to join us next here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the things that owner Tim Smith is most proud of is their hard-earned certifications.
We are an ASE Blue Seal shop, which is important because what it tells the customer is we care enough to get certified, not in one certain area of cars. You have to be certified in 8 different certifications, in 8 different tests you have to take, and you have to be updated on them yearly to make sure that you're up to date. We not only have one of those, we have 3 ASE Master Technicians here. With the ratio, goes into a ratio, and we're a Blue Seal shop. So it tells you that we care about training and we care about knowing about your car. We want to help fix it right.
American Import and Auto Repair, West Market Street, Johnson City, home of the free loaner car program. Open 6 days a week. Call today, 913-3111.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitats, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
All right, we're back live again at Food City on Eastman Road on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 710, and he is here, ready to roll, and I'm glad he's here. Robbie Ferguson, one of the legendary drivers at the Kingsport Speedway. Good morning, my good friend. How you doing?
Morning. Doing fine.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Again, we had you on at the Johnson City Mall a couple of weeks ago, and we are ready to roll again for another great week of practice and a great season starting next week, right?
Ready to kick it off. They're going. I told them next week that green flag's going to drop, and that's time the show starts.
There you go. Time for the show start. Now, you practicing this week too?
We cut some laps yesterday evening. Cut some pretty good laps. So I think we're on our game. You know, we've picked up some, and still got a little bit to go, but we're going to be competitive, I feel.
They call it the concrete jungle for a reason. Tell me, how many years have you been driving at Kingsport Speedway?
Well, been driving on and off, I would say probably 20-plus years over there. Keep trying to walk away and quit and do other things, but just enjoy the people. I enjoy the crowd. I actually enjoy most of my competitors, and all my competitors some of the time. So yes, it's one of those things that I've brought up doing it. I've been around it, and it's just, you've heard people say racing's in your blood. I guess racing's in my blood, and I enjoy doing it.
Talking again to Robbie Ferguson again from Kingsport Speedway. So tell me about your career. How many wins you've had at the Speedway?
Well, we was counting up our one day, and I thought I was going to quit on, I think it was 87 or 88 wins, and now I've got a total of 90 wins last year. We won our last one,
awesome.
So that's a pretty good total for a career. I'd like to get about 10 this year and call it even 100, but it's tough at the jungle. It's tough to get one, much less 8 or 10.
Yeah. So let's talk about that, because folks, you hear all these drivers getting all these W's either on the Cup Series, the Truck Series, or Kingsport Speedway, and you can't take them for granted because they really are tough to get every week, aren't they?
They're tough. We've had those years that I've won 10 and 12 races, and those years are they come and they're really fun when they're there. It takes a lot of work to make it happen. It takes a lot of dedication. You got to tie in lots of hours of your days, but I'm at the point in my career. I'm still eager to win, and I'm still hungry to win. But it's we've put together a good package this year. I think we got back to where we've got it. We can have multiple wins and hopefully more than a handful. It's one of them deals that we're hoping we win more than 5 this year, and if you do, that puts you in a chase for the championship, and that's what we're after again.
Talking to Robbie Ferguson, one of the legendary drivers of Kingsport Speedway. Again, it all starts next Saturday afternoon, dropping the green flag right around 3 o'clock. It's going to be a great afternoon for racing. The first 3 races will be on Saturday because of weather and because of the time, and then it'll more weather than time, I guess, and then it'll really pick back up later on. You'll be going into April, be going back into Friday night racing.
Sure, and I'm telling you, it's the cheapest entertainment out there. I mean, you come and you're there for 3 to 4 hours. You come and go as you please, but come in for $20 and bring your whole family and sit there and have 3 or 4 hours of entertainment. I'm going to say I think they have like 4 or 5 different divisions every week. I get involved with just mine, and sometimes lose track of what's going on. But even if I'm not working on my equipment, I go and watch the other races, and they're always it's door to door. It's not one running off and hiding from the rest of the group.
Of course, unfortunately with the closing of some of the tracks around the area, around the region, I would assume they're all going to come to Kingsport, and the car count's going to be up, and it's going to be more beating and banging than normal.
It's going to be there's going to be more competition over there. It's going to be tighter. The field will be closer. I think we talked about before is we could unload and it'd be 6, maybe 7 cars could win the race. This year I expect we unload and there's going to be 12 out of 24 that can win the race, and when you put 12 out of 24 can win the race, somebody's feelings going to get hurt every once in a while.
Hurt feelings nice.
Yes.
I love it. We're talking to Robbie Ferguson again. Hello to Taylor Kaufman watching, and Rick Pinnell, who's getting ready to be on the show. He's watching. And also, as we said, our buddies up in West Virginia, Jeff Sadler. Hello, Jethro. Used to call him Jethro back in school. Want to say hello to you. Again, your sponsors and your crew members, got to brag on them a little bit.
Oh, Dalton Direct Carpet. I'm going to tell you, Ken Daffer's been great to me over my period of my 20-some years racing on and off the Kingsport. He's probably been involved with me 10 years or more, and I can't say enough about him. The man's great. He's been good to me. He does an excellent service. He's been in business 41 years. So that speaks volume in itself. We've also got Quality Heat and Air, which both of these companies, and the Kingsport Times was voted the #1 company in their field with carpet and with heat and air service. So we're hoping that our team with J&J Racing, got Mark Williams over as our crew chief, Matt Bays, John, his dad John's been with me, for 25 or so years. And I've just got a group of guys that's been around me, and Andy Cleek, which was from the old Cleek guys that used to race years ago. He's one of their sons, and Andy come on board with me a couple of years ago and has been a big help. So like I said, with Matt and Andy and Mark Williams working on the car, and then the boys up J&J with Jeff and Jason Hearn. So we've got a good core group of folks. A guy helped me back in some of those 10-win seasons, Larry Collins. He come out and helped me toward the end of the last season, and we're trying to get him fired back up and get him over there. So I've just, like I said, been a lot of folks that's been back and supportive of me, and I just can't say enough.
Oh, look at her. That's fine. That's be all right. We're talking to Robbie. Thank you, dog. Appreciate you. Thanks for looking. Tells you how popular you are. So sweet to me. Thank you very much. She's a keeper. You know what?
There you go.
In the fishing river of life, she's a keeper. You don't throw her back. Thank you. Let me get a swig right. All right, so you've been racing for how many years?
I've been racing going on 30-some years now, so it's just been most of my life. Like I said, I took 4 and 5 years off at times. Had a couple of daughters, and sort of took that challenge of spending times running back and forth to ball games, and they was competition, cheerleading, and playing basketball and stuff. So we've had some enjoyable years, and then had some enjoyable years where they was cheerleading, and I was running back and forth, was trying to race too, and I don't know where them years went, you know. So, but yeah, it takes a while, but it's a sport. It's fun. You enjoy it, and you got to just. I think, like we talked about before, it's the young guys have got to learn how to leave it at the track. You know, social media is hurting racing, in my opinion, a little bit. With people they can't leave it at the track. They want to get on the social media and write it down a little bit. But the people at the Speedway, Kingsport Speedway, is doing a good job keeping things going. And when you see other tracks shutting down, Kingsport's staying open. I think we need to commend them on that, putting forth the effort to keep it open. Really appreciate the fans coming out. I know the fans got their favorites. Whether I am their favorite or not the favorite, still appreciate them coming.
Absolutely.
It's a community involvement, and we try to take our car and be involved in the community with some. I used to get involved with Make-A-Wish, and I really like that Make-A-Wish Foundation. We did a lot of work with that. You know, done some United Way stuff, and. I've jumped on board here lately, and I sort of support it, but that Samaritan's Purse, I'm liking that a lot. They've been doing a lot of good stuff around the world and around the communities.
Absolutely. Robbie Ferguson, he's going to be there again next Saturday, ready to drop the green flag and get after it. Year number.
I can't even count them, Tom. I've been doing it so long, so I was like, I'm going to say this is actually the second year in a row I've come back. So I took about 10 years off. 2002 was the last time I ran a full season.
Wow.
So last year I run my first full season since 2002, which had been 15-year hiatus. So this is going to be my second year after a 15-year hiatus of not running a full season. So I still fortunate the Lord's giving my health to be healthy enough to do it and be out there and be competitive.
Amen. Preach it. Hello to Steve McCauley watching the Fellowship of Christian Athlete. Great to hear that Wendy had great success on her back surgery. Glad to hear that. That's awesome. Hello to Jerry Keller. Hello to Jeremy Hughes. And again, Robbie Ferguson, man. Come back anytime.
Thank you, Tom.
Awesome guy. Quick break. We'll be right back. We've got Rick Fennell, another driver, coming up. We're live here again in Food City on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. With one of our great sponsors again here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, our dear friend Jeremy Livesey from Movement Mortgage. See behind us the jeremylivesey.com and 671. This is a neat process. It's working big time for the organization. Tell me about it.
Well, basically, our 6-hour underwriting process just basically revolutionizes the area because not any other lenders are doing that. And our 7-day processing period just means that we're getting everything processes in 7 days and then 1 day to close. So once everything's final approved, it gets to the title company in 1 day.
The first number we're talking about is 6. What's that represent?
6 is from the time that we take the loan application and we submit it to the underwriting team, whatever you want to call them. About 6 hours later, we get our approval.
Here he goes.
So, yeah.
That's 6. The middle number is 7. Tell me about that.
7 is once the underwriter approves the loan, then they send us the condition sheets, and between me and my assistant and our processor, we have 7 days to get all the documents and everything back to the underwriter for our final approval.
And then the last number out of 671 would be just numero uno.
Yeah, just the 1. So once everything is done, then the closer for our team will package up everything that needs to be done at the title company for the legal part with the deed and deed of trust and notes and all that stuff. Sends all that to them. Gets all the money ready. Send it to them so we can close.
Website is Jeremy Livesey, Livesay, jeremylivesey.com. VA loans, tell me about that from Movement Mortgage, Jeremy Livesey.
Yeah, this area is very good for VAs just because of the VA med centers here, and most of the people like to retire in this area, and a lot of them are veterans. So we offer 100% financing with no mortgage insurance to them. Still can close in 30 days or less. So I mean, it's not a big deal for them. And on our end, we enjoy it because we've got it down to a science. So.
Number 2, the FHA loan. Tell me about that.
FHA, it's more for people with less money to put down. Sometimes they do have some credit issues or just debt to income issues. And depending on where they're wanting to buy at, there are some different grant programs available as well. So we do a lot of the FHAs. This area is just a hotbed for FHAs just because of the, East Tennessee. We got a lot of younger people buying. A lot of people that just don't have a lot of money to put down. They don't have the 20% down like they used to have to get to buy a house. So.
JeremyLivesey.com is the website you want to go to 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We'll let you know what's there here in just a moment when you get there. USDA loans, tell me about those.
USDA or the rural development loans, that's basically for the county, and they offer 100% financing as well. The guidelines for underwriting are a little bit stricter, but you do get 100% financing, so you kind of pay the price on a few things, but to get 100% financing on a $150,000, $200,000 house and get it for nothing, it's not a bad deal.
VA loans, FHA, USDA, and then last but not least, conventional loans.
Conventional is just your vanilla loans, 15, 20, sometimes 10% down, depending on what your situation is. More for your people with higher credit scores, some money down, lower debt ratios and stuff like that. They do have some advantages to it. They're a little bit easier to do as far as paperwork, and we do a ton of it.
Office located right across from the Cracker Barrel in Boones Creek. JeremyLivesey.com. 6-hour underwriting process, 7-day processing period, 1 day to close. And so, again, when we go to JeremyLivesey.com, what will we find?
You will find, like I said before, you'll find a nice picture of me. Also has a little button underneath that says Apply Now, so you can go on there and it'll actually walk you through it and tell you exactly what you need to provide as far as the documentation. And, put your name, address, phone number, social security number, all that stuff. It comes straight to my desk, and we can have you an approval the same day.
Here you go. Yeah. JeremyLivesey.com, Movement Mortgage. You can check them out. Again, located physically here in Boones Creek, right across from the Cracker Barrel. But again, the website, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, Jeremy, Jeremy, and then Livesay or Livesey, Livesay, easy to spell, JeremyLivesey.com, and it's a busy time right now.
It is.
And you love it.
I do.
VA, FHA, USDA, and conventional loans, give him a call. The process is called 671. Again, Jeremy Livesey, Movement Mortgage, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're back live with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. There he is. We got him on screen, one of those veteran drivers. Rick Pennell, how you doing, buddy?
Very good. Good to see you again.
Yes, sir. He came back. We came one time. We got him back. We didn't scare him off. He came back again. I appreciate that very much. Again, thanks, Steve McCauley. Thanks for the shout-out to Wendy. She's recovering nicely. And my son Daniel loves Kingsport Speedway. Well, we love Kingsport Speedway, too. We're going to be working with the folks. And how many years you been racing? Robbie said he can't even remember how long. He's older than dirt. How long you been
Robbie's
racing?
Been racing since he was pretty young. I was actually 33 when I started in '97, so I've got a lot of years. But we've had a good time. I've always raced at Kingsport primarily, and ventured over to Coburn a few times, but never raced anywhere else much.
Turning laps at the concrete jungle. Tell me about it. What's it like? Put me in behind you and that steering wheel.
Very exciting. First time I ever went out. I wondered how you even had time to look at the gauges, and I mean it was just so competitive and the close racing and stuff, and it just everything kind of slowed down after I raced a few times, and once I did, I was reaching up and pulling my seat belts tight going down the straightaways, and you've got about a 3-second window on the straightaway that you're actually going straight. The rest of the time you're in the corners.
All right, so let me get this right. We're on the straightaway. 1001, 1002, 1003, you're in the curve.
You're back on the gas again. And you're accelerating from 60 or 65 up to close to 100, and some of the fast guys are probably a little over 100.
Wow.
And it's different if you're on the interstate and you're doing 100 miles an hour. I've done it before years back, and that's different than when you look out the door and you can't see the numbers on the guy beside of you. So sometimes he's up against you, sometimes he's just close.
We're talking again, as you see, to Rick Pennell, the Kingsport Speedway driver. By the way, we got Elizabethton baseball tonight. Our season opener, first one out of the chute, brought to you by Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. We go on there at 6:30. I think. First pitch at 7 o'clock. They're all running together. Yeah, Elizabethton and Unaka tonight. We got baseball from O'Brien Stadium in Elizabethton, so we're looking forward to that. Cyclones lose 2 yesterday. They got swept in a doubleheader by Sullivan Central, so they're coming out of the gate at 0-2, and we'll see what they do tonight against Unaka. So sponsorship and which division are you going to be racing this year?
I've ran late model stock since the track reopened in 2011. I'd ran previous years in late model stock. Getting back to it again, there's about 3 of us that are running built Chevrolet engines, and the Ford crates and the GM crates are primarily the engines that are running in that division, and it's hard to compete with those, but we're running what we've got. We have Rocky Top Vapor, who has a store right here in the Food City Shopping Center here in Kingsport. They also have a store in Elizabeth and one in Johnson City, and they're the primary sponsor on the car. We have the Beauty Bar, which is my girlfriend, the salon that she works in down on Broad Street, and we just picked up the Woodstone Deli out here on Fort Henry Drive for the newest sponsor that we've got on the car this year.
I want to say hello to Chris Allen Gooch.
That's
you know Chris Allen?
That's my girlfriend.
She says, "You go, babe." There you go. How about that? How about that little greeting? You go, babe. So, and you do a great job. You told me before you never done this before much, have you?
No, never.
You do a super job. So,
thank you.
So you're turning those laps at the Concrete Jungle, and of course, as I was talking to Robbie a few minutes ago, given the fact some of these other tracks have closed down, unfortunately, or are shut down for the year, I hope they come back up. I would assume you'll have more cars coming our way, and that's going to add to the excitement, right?
Yes, sir. Mike Looney was actually up there yesterday practicing. My understanding is he's going to try to run the full season. And Mike won the biggest late model stock race that there is, which is in Martinsville in the fall. In 2016, he was the winner. And just a great guy, good competitor. Races really hard, but races really clean. And he's going to bring the competition that's there already is going to have to step their game up to outrun some of these guys.
Okay, for folks who are not familiar with racing, when you say racing clean, what does that mean in driver's terms?
Well, anytime you're in short track racing, when you're doing that, racing clean means you just don't stuff anybody in the wall.
Right.
It doesn't mean you don't touch them. It doesn't mean you don't rub on them. I had one of my old cars on the back of it. It said, "Rubbing is racing. Follow me to Kingsport Speedway." You know, I mean, that's just if you're a tenth faster, you will struggle to pass somebody without touching them. I mean, even if you're in a faster car, just because of the tight quarters. 3 wides up there occasionally. There's room for 3 wide in the corners. Not hardly too much room for 3 wide on the straightaways, but it still happens. And sometimes it gets 4 wide. It's just the nature of the beast. It's a very exciting show, and anybody that wants to see a good race should come out. It's $10 to get in. I'm a huge supporter of the racetrack, and I was actually a promoter there in '93, and when it was still dirt, and then started racing there in '97 after it was concreted. But it's always been a great track. It's been around Kingsport since the mid-'60s, and it's just a lot of history. And a person could just about go to Kingsport every night for what you'll spend to go to Bristol for one race. I mean, the time you buy your ticket and pay parking and all that stuff, and you can come every night at Kingsport and have a really good time.
$10 tickets again. It'll be next Saturday. It'll be opening day on the 24th. Bill Patrick's going to get on in just a minute and toot the horn about the track and get ready to get racing. And have you been practicing up there any so far?
No, haven't practiced any this year. I normally don't practice until the day before the race or the day of the race. I just don't take the time to do it. I'm self-employed and own my own business, so it's hard to get away a lot of times. And I just take the time to try to make sure everything's right when I get there.
How many times have you been in victory lane at Kingsport Speedway?
I've never won a race.
Oh, boy.
I am the only driver, and my claim to fame is when the track reopened in 2011, I took the first green flag, and I've taken every green flag since, and I have 139 straight starts right now.
There you go. Well, we need to get him a W this year. He needs to get in victory lane.
We're going to have some more sponsorship and a little bit better car.
But the driver can do it, can't he?
I've got the confidence. I believe I can do it.
There you go.
In the proper setting.
That was awesome. Man, I appreciate you coming. I know you're self-employed. You stepped away from your business to come over here. Your lady said, "You go, babe." That's worth everything right there.
Absolutely. And she's last year she came quite a few times, and she's actually serving as crew chief, and she's helping me out in the pits, everything she can do, and helping me prep the car and all that stuff. So she's a big part of it.
There you go. So behind every good man is a great woman.
Exactly.
There you go. So, hey, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Great job. Quick break. We'll be right back. We get Bill in here, too. Bill Patrick from the Kingsport Speedway. Top of the hour, we'll go to Northern Virginia, check in with Mike Hedrick. Also coming up at 12:30, we're going to hear from a young lady who's a hot rod golfer, Isabella Vanderbeest from Dobbins Minute. She's already been sponsored by Titleist and FootJoy, a couple of big corporate sponsors. She's the real deal. She's only a freshman. We're going to be hearing from her. We're going to meet her for the first time coming up. Bill Patrick joins us next year on show number 710 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Do you like pulled pork? At Phil's, the pulled pork is cooked low and slow. We cook it all night, but we serve it fast. Our pulled pork is hickory smoked, tender and juicy. We serve the pork either as a sandwich on a bun or platter style with garlic toast. And don't forget to try our pork wings. They taste like a cross between ham and our sweet ribs. It comes as a meal, as an add-on, or part of our meat sampler platters. Pulled pork and pork wings. Just two great reasons to stop by Phil's Dream Pit. Eastern Star exit off I-26, 349-6437. Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
We're back live again to the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Look right there on the camera, my buddy Bill Patrick from the Kingsport Speedway. Afternoon, young'un. Is it afternoon yet? I don't even know if it is afternoon.
Getting close.
Is it getting close? Top of the hour, high noon. So we've got basketball coming up. Actually, 12:02 to make it official. And we're going to be joined coming up here in just a few minutes by Isabella Vanderbeest. We're also going to go to the Northern Virginia, check in with our buddy Mike Hedrick, NASCAR fans reporter. We're going to have him on coming up here in just a few minutes. But, again, tell us about tomorrow. We've got practice at the Concrete Jungle.
We've got open practice tomorrow again, 12 to 6. We've had we had one last night or yesterday, and then we have one last 2 Saturdays, and I think a couple of Fridays. So he's getting down to the nitty-gritty now. So 1 week away from tomorrow, we'll be racing.
I love it. You ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, yeah.
There's
There's a lot of folks out there. I really think you're going to have a great crowd this year because I think that the marketing they're doing, Speedway, and the way they're going out and seeing people, and that big event they had at the Johnson City Mall earlier in the winter, I just think it's going to really translate into some bodies in the seats. $10 tickets, you can't beat it.
No. For what you get excitement, you think you're about done watching it, and then we'll bring in another class. So we got 5 different classes. So and then pretty much every time this year we're going to have twins. So you'll get to see one class twice. So you're actually going to get to see 6 races. So for $10 a piece, and then kids 12 and under is free. So that's a lot more excitement for your money than you're going to get anywhere else.
Oh, yeah. We're talking to our buddy Bill Patrick, Kingsport Speedway. We're live here again at Food City on Eastman Road on a Food City Friday. And, again, we've got the big Lucky 7 sale going on all day today and all day tomorrow. We're going to run those down for you coming up in a minute. Sale prices that are, again, obviously end in 7. And we've got those here, and we'll tell you about those coming up in just a second. Thank you, dear. There we go, right there. Lucky number 7s. For example, if I bought it, big old New York strip, come over and put on your grill, can we cook one up for $6.77?
Well, sure, you buy 2 or 3 of them, we'll just cook them all at the same time.
I see how this works. I'm going to buy them. He's going to cook them. There you go. Certified Angus beef, New York strip, $6.77 for a family pack. Halos, mandarin oranges, got to get those in 3-pound bag, $3.77. Everything ends in 7. A Lucky 7 2-day sale. Kern's bread, 77 cents today and tomorrow at all Food Cities. Kellogg's Apple Jacks, Frosted Flakes or Fruit Loops for $1.77 a box. And also in behind us here, you see the Scott paper towels. Got them on sale for $4.77, 6 to 12 rolls. And so those are some of the specials. If you like coffee, I've never had a cup of coffee in my life. You?
Oh, yeah. I go through at least 3 pots a day.
Never had a cup, ever. Maxwell House Coffee, $5.77, limit 2. So maybe it's
kind.
Is it Maxwell House? All right. So car count, again, hello to Mike Hedrick, who's watching the show. I'm coming to you here in just a few minutes, big dog, in Northern Virginia by phone. So tomorrow's practice, noon to 6, weather permitting, supposed to rain. Right. Then we roll back into what happens next week. We race on Saturday. Is there any practice before then?
We're going to have practice Thursday night, and we're going to have practice Friday. So you're going to be Thursday and Friday, and then there'll be some practice Saturday before we actually start qualifying around. We'll start qualifying around 1. We'll be racing at 3 o'clock. So it's a lot of stuff to do in a short time to get it done. Karen was going to try to come today. She said she guessed she'd be painting all day today, she seems like her bucket list keeps getting bigger instead of smaller.
There you go. Elizabeth and Cyclone baseball at 6:30 tonight airtime. First pitch at 7 o'clock. Cyclones in Unaka from O'Brien Stadium. We'll bring it to you tonight. Brought to you by Chick-fil-A of Elizabethton. Can't wait. Tommy Tipton will help me out, I think, and we're going to be there. I think he's supposed to be there tonight. He's got some schedule. Some games yes, some games no, but we'll be there tonight bringing it to you. Again, Cyclone baseball, their home opener against the Unaka Rangers, again, going on tonight from O'Brien Stadium in Elizabeth. And so
Food City is sponsoring our first race, too.
Food City sponsoring the race next Saturday, March the 24th at 3 o'clock, $10 tickets. Tell me about the tier parking, the TIER.
It's probably the best seats in the house. It's between turns 3 and 4 up on the hill. You pay $10 extra to get your car in. Pull up there. You got a SUV or a truck, you can drop the tailgate, take your grill out, your cooler, your lawn chairs. You just sit back and watch the race.
There you go.
They're supposed to be putting a new scoreboard up today, so you'll be looking right at the scoreboard. You can see the whole track from there.
Awesome. It's going to be great.
Not a bad seat in the whole place, really.
Brand new scoreboard at Kingsport Speedway. That's going to be awesome. So, website is
www.newkingsportspeedway.com.
There you go.
We have to say happy birthday to Mr. Irvin Stiltner today.
Hello, Mr. Stiltner. He's what, 38, 39?
A few years old, 71.
Jack Benny, 39 Holden.
Yep.
Mr. Stiltner's 71 today. And he's a big part of that Kingsport Speedway, no question.
Real big part.
Yeah. I'll see you next week.
Sounds great.
He's awesome. Love this guy. He's a great guy, and he's a great ambassador for this track. I can tell you that. Kingsport Speedway. We'll take a quick break. Come right back. We'll go to Northern Virginia by phone. Mike Hedrick joins us next. Our weekly NASCAR fans reporter getting ready to go to Fontana, California for the Xfinity Series, the Cup Series. Can Kevin Harvick win 4 in a row? Not many have done it. We'll see what Mike says about that next year on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back with my buddy Phil, Phil's Dream Pit again, the quest for perfect barbecue. And tell us about, big guy, tell us about the Dream Packs at Phil's Dream Pit.
So we offer these Dream Packs that we offer them in equal numbers. So like 4, 8, 12, 20, 24. I mean, we can do them as much as 100 people or more. We've had them go out for 300 people. But the Dream Packs it comes with the pork, the sauce, the buns, and 3 sides. So you could do like beans, potato salad, and coleslaw. The price ends up costing you a little under $7 a person, which is an unbelievable value around here.
Well, obviously spring's right around the corner. You're looking at people on the move, going to ball games and Little League games and just being on the move. So this is a great way to come in and get a Dream Pack. And or if you got an event in the backyard, a cookout, or whatever you got going on, this is a great way to feed the gang, right?
It is. And another benefit of it is sometimes people are having rehearsal dinners and they'll have volunteers from their church that will serve. So this is a very inexpensive way to hold your costs down for your rehearsal dinner or your wedding. We do offer full service catering. The price goes up a little bit to have our whole crew out there, but you could do the value packs too and have folks from church serve it and cost you under $7 a person.
Let's squeeze in too before I let him go. Meat by the pound. So again, another event coming up that you just want to come out here and buy this great meat by the pound. You do that as well.
I do. We offer the pulled chicken. We offer brisket by the pound, pork by the pound, chicken salad by the pound. The chicken salad, kind of give us a heads up if you're going to want 4 or 5 pounds of that, because we try not to make that much of it at once.
And all this on the website.
And philsdreampit.com.
Yep.
It has our catering menu. It also has our in-house menu and the value packs, and just an awesome deal.
Oh, absolutely. And of course, they're physically located right off Interstate 26, the Eastern Star exit. So Phil's Dream Pit, philsdreampit.com, the quest for perfect barbecue, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the things that owner Tim Smith is most proud of is their hard-earned certifications.
We are an ASE Blue Seal shop, which is important because what it tells the customer is we care enough to get certified, not in one certain area of cars. You have to be certified in 8 different certifications, in 8 different tests you have to take, and you have to be updated on them yearly to make sure that you're up to date. We not only have one of those, we have 3 ASE Master Technicians here. With the ratio, goes into a ratio, and we're a Blue Seal shop, so it tells you that we care about training and we care about knowing about your car. We want to help fix it right.
American Import and Auto Repair, West Market Street, Johnson City, home of the free loaner car program. Open 6 days a week. Call today, 913-3111.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitats, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229 9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
We're back live. Let's go to the phone. He's our buddy Mike Hedrick, the NASCAR fans reporter. Good afternoon, my good friend. How are you?
Man, I tell you what, you got a lot going on behind the scenes right there. I haven't had my ear there listening. Man, you got a lot going on.
It's, I'm telling you, I feel like a circus guy. I'm juggling plates and spinning bottles and all that all the time, but that's all right. That's what it's all about. So let's get in here and go. We got two big races this weekend. Again, in Fontana, California, the Auto Club 400 for the Cup Series, the California 300 tomorrow for the Xfinity Series. So give us a preview. Let's start with the Xfinity Series. What's going on there?
Well, you know what, they're going to be out there racing. Let's catch everybody up here on Auto Club Speedway just a little bit so everybody knows where we're going. It's a 2-mile D-shaped oval out there. Normally, most people call it Fontana. It has 14-degree banking, 11-degree in the front stretches. We know that Kyle Larson won the race last year and all those kinds of things. But the main thing is both of them are going to be racing. Both series are going to be racing, and the track is notoriously like 5 and 6 wide. So you can race the thing from just about everywhere. Chevys are normally good. They've got 14 wins there. Fords have 11 wins. Toyota has 2 wins there, and they're both from Kyle Busch within these last 7 years. They used to do 2 races a year out there, but they've only done 1 race out there a year since about 2011. When you're racing out there, I got this on my race view. You're going to use up probably about 140 gallons of Sunoco race fuel. You're going to use up 20 sets of tires, that's 80 tires, and 400 lug nuts. Now, this track is famous for a couple of reasons. One, it's fast, but Jimmie Johnson got his very first win out there in 2002, and most people that we know will remember it because this is the track that Joey Logano wrecked Denny Hamlin, and Denny got a broken back. So a lot can go on at this track. I think we're going to see both series going to try to qualify really well. Track position is going to be important, so qualifying is important. In the Cup side, it's only been won twice from the pole, but over half of the time it's been won from the top 10. So I think you're going to see both series, once they get out on the track later on today, do a lot of qualifying trim and just try to get their cars really fast.
Obviously, you look at the Xfinity Series, and it's JR Motorsports, Junior Motorsports, up and down the line with Allgaier and, of course, Elliott Sadler and the other young man that's rolling right now, very strong, obviously, for Junior Motorsports. So this is the team to beat in the Xfinity Series right now, no question.
And I think it is. And it might be their time even for these other smaller teams to get a shot at a good win here because there's only going to be a couple of Cup drivers. And normally we see 4 and 5 or 6 different Cup drivers. But in this race here, only Austin Dillon, he'll be driving the number 3 RCR, and Joey Logano in the 22 Penske. He's going to be driving. So this is going to be a good shot for a lot of these drivers. Junior Motorsports, I mean, they're at the top of the heat there with Elliott Sadler and Michael Annett and Allgaier, and like you said, Tyler Reddick, who already has him a win. But Joe Gibbs Racing with Christopher Bell over there. he looks very, very strong. And though he doesn't have a win this season just yet, I'm still looking at Cole Custer in that 00 Stuart Haas racing car. I think that there's a lot going on in the Xfinity Series. That race gets on tomorrow night, and the green flag is about 5:18, so that's going to be an exciting. Look for those guys to be going 5 and 6 wide. I think we're going to see a good amount of cautions, and that's just going to make those restarts just fun and exciting like we like them in NASCAR.
We're talking to Mike Hendricks on the phone, or on the screen on the phone, our buddy from Northern Virginia, again, the NASCAR fans reporter. Don't forget Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball, our home opener, starting today at O'Brien Stadium where the Twins play. We've got Unaka coming to town. I think Ethan Eggleston's going to be on the mound for Elizabethton tonight. I think that's who it is. They lose 2 last night, so they're looking for the first win. They're probably angry. They got beaten a doubleheader. Hello to Rob Fritz over in Elizabethton in Carter County. Hello, my friend. We'll be bringing Unaka Elizabethton baseball coming up tonight, 6:30 airtime, 7 o'clock first pitch. So we got a busy Friday. The standings for the Xfinity Series: Elliott Sadler, Tyler Reddick, and Justin Allgaier. 1, 2, 3 Junior Motorsports. So, Mike, you talked about this back in the off season. You said Junior's away from the sport, but Dale Jr.'s not really away from the sport. And that's not more evident than the Xfinity Series. All 3 of his 4 drivers, or 3 of his 4 drivers, are top 3 in points. So Junior very much around and having his thumbprint on the NASCAR, at least the Xfinity Series.
Yeah, and he is. And I think him and Mr. Hendricks made a deal a few years back that really has set him up to be where he's at right now. And that's an owner in the race series. We look around at a lot of other teams. Your Joe Gibbs Racing. They're a Cup team, but they also have an Xfinity, and they actually will have an Xfinity team, and some of the other ones have some as well. The Hendricks organization doesn't have its own Xfinity team, which we know is almost like a farm league to bring you good drivers, and so that's always been Junior Motorsports, and I think that's been something that him and Mr. Hendricks have worked out between the two, and I think it's great for Dale Jr. He's locked in and has something to do. But I think, those guys that drive for Junior, they're highly motivated over there. They have Hendricks equipment, but driving for Dale Jr., I'm sure he has a lot of interaction with those drivers. He's one of the best friends with Elliott Sadler. We know their relationship. So I think that the pride that they have there and wanting to win, you can see it evident in their race finishes and where we see them at the standings, which is at the top.
We're on the phone talking to my man Mike Hendrick in Northern Virginia here at the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Coming up, we got a young lady sitting right beside us. We go from the beast to the beauty. Isabella Vanderbeest going to join us coming up here in just a few minutes. And so this young lady is a hot rod golfer at Dobbins Bennett here at the school in Kingsport. She is a freshman. She has Titleist and FootJoy sponsorship behind her. So she's not me and you, Mike. She ain't a hacker. She can go out there and get it done. So we'll be talking to her coming up here in just a few minutes. Only 4. So how many drivers have won 4 in a row in the Cup Series? Who are they, and how many have done that, my friend?
Well, the question's coming up because we're sitting here on the heels of Kevin Harvick winning 3 in a row here this season alone. Out of the 4 races, he's won 3 in a row. We did a little bit of homework. There is currently 8 drivers who have gone and won 4 in a row. It's such a rare thing that you have that kind of a season. And as we look at them, and I'll go ahead and name off the 8, we have Cale Yarborough, we have Darrell Waltrip, we have Dale Earnhardt Sr., we have Harry Gant, who did it in 91, we have Bill Elliott, Mark Martin, and Jeff Gordon, and we have Jimmie Johnson, who did it in 2007. When you look at that list of 8 of them, 5 of them are already in the Hall of Fame. 2 of them are nominees this year here alone. Harry Gant and Jeff Gordon are nominees to be in the Hall of Fame. And Jimmie Johnson, he's the only one that's still driving, and he's Hall of Fame bound. So Harvick is looking to do something that really is, something that it's very rare and would set him in that group of almost all Hall of Famers. Now, I looked a little bit further. Has anybody won? That's 4 in a row, and we've got 8 that did that. So I looked, and I can't find any record of anybody who's won 5 in a row, or 6 in a row, or 7 in a row, or 8 in a row. But you look all the way at the very untouchable top, and we see Richard Petty in 1967 won an amazing 10 races in a row.
Wow.
The season that he went ahead to get 27, but 10 in a row. It's amazing. But great company. If Harvick didn't get this, and there's no reason why he can't go ahead and get this at Fontana, it would put him in with Hall of Famer quality other drivers.
We'll be talking to Isabella Vanderbeest coming up here in just a few minutes. Then we'll go to Cincinnati and talk to my buddy Dave again on WLW Radio in Cincinnati by phone, talking about the Cavaliers and also March Madness. We'll give you an update on the games that are underway now in March Madness in college basketball. The first one's up and running, and we'll give you an update just in a second. It is number 7 Texas A&M taking on the 10 seed Providence in the West Regional. That one being played in nearby Charlotte. Yurduro Vanderbeest says good morning. Do we know who that is? Hello, it's your dad? Hello, Papa. We're going to be talking to your lovely daughter here in just a second. Mike, for my money, big news, not good news, but Lowe's steps away from NASCAR, and they're stepping away from the 7-time champion Jimmie Johnson next year. To me, that's not a good sign for NASCAR. What do you think?
You know what? And I like to say I have my ear to the ground and kind of have an eye on seeing things coming, but I didn't see this one coming here. Yeah, Lowe's announced yesterday that they will not be returning to Hendricks Motorsports team and that Jimmie Johnson, number 48. Now, they've been with them since 2001. That's 17 years straight that they've been with them. They've been with them for all of Jimmie Johnson's victories. They've been with him to all of his championships. They've been through all of that. But for whatever reason, they're not coming back next year. Now, this might be part of a bigger picture. Maybe they see the handwriting on the wall. Jimmie Johnson, he still has a contract till 2020. Now, he signed for a few more years, but Chad Knaus, his crew chief, heading to the Hall of Fame when he gets there, this is a contract year for him. Now, I remember Jimmie Johnson saying that he's won all of his races and he's had all of his success with Chad Knaus, and he wants to do all of his races and all of his races only with Chad Knaus. Now, he went on to say that Jimmie Johnson went on to say that he would like to keep driving a bunch of years, but he understands that crew chief years are like dog years. They're almost like 7 years, much more stress than what a driver gets. And so he said that he could see maybe Chad Knaus wanting to get out. Now, if that happens, you have to kind of take the man on his word, and maybe he would bow out with him. Now, Jimmie Johnson is a caliber driver. He can drive as long as he wants to. But I think this year here, while he still has Lowe's on the car, he's still got that good fun, and he still has Chad Knaus. I think this might be his last great shot to try to get that unbeatable 8th championship. So, he, like we said, he can race as long as he wants, but how long do you race without Chad Knaus and all that? So this was really, really, really big news that Lowe's is stepping away from the sport. Now, does it mean, I don't know what this means as a bigger picture for NASCAR on its own. Maybe we hear where they step in with another team or something like that. I haven't heard any of that. But, yeah, that was very big news we heard yesterday.
Well, the more disturbing fact for me is over the last 3 years you've seen now Lowe's is stepping away. Target has stepped away from Kyle Larson. And, of course, Home Depot pulled from Joey Logano and the Joe Gibbs Racing team. So those are 3 pretty big retailers that for whatever reason said we're going to go in a different direction. So, as we talked yesterday, the average sponsorship from these big teams is $15 to $20 million. I mean, how many $20 million companies are sitting out there, Fortune 500, like a Lowe's, to come in behind them and take Jimmie Johnson's car as a sponsorship? I don't think there's that many, so I don't know what it says. I mean, I think I do, but I'm going to think positive about all this. So, anyway, Lowe's has stepped away. We'll see where it goes for 2019. Again, this guy's not a rookie. Jimmie Johnson's the 7-time champion of NASCAR. And for Lowe's to say we're done with him, it tells me a lot, but again, we're going to think positive. We do have a couple of teams that got penalized post-Phoenix. Again, more problems in the post-race inspection, this time with rear suspension and trailing arm angles, whatever that is. So tell me what's going on, and it looks like Chase Elliott was the guilty party this time around. What happened?
Yeah, he got the big one on this one here coming out of Phoenix, and we'll be seeing those guys starting to serve their penalties or all those kinds of stuff this weekend here. The little ones were just lug nuts. We had a handful of drivers who had lug nut problems. Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, Stenhouse Jr., Joey Logano, and Truex. They all had a lug nut problem, so all their crew chiefs got fined $10,000, but no other penalties than that. Chase Elliott in the number 9, Hendricks Motorsports. He had a big problem with that rear suspension and the trailing arm and all those, things that Jeff Hammond understands that I do. So those are big violations right there. So he actually had his crew chief got a $50,000 fine, and he loses his car chief for 2 weeks. Now, car chief, people go, well, it's not the crew chief. Well, that guy is locked and stock on the guy in charge of that car and knows its nuts and bolts and ins and outs. And the crew chief relies on this man more than his right-hand man. So that's a big thing. They also were fined or lost 25 owner points and 25 driver points. So that's going to set them back down in the standings a little bit. Hendricks didn't need to get set down in the standings already. They're having a slow start. We're seeing the Chevys and the Camaro ZL1s having a little bit of a slow start. But, yeah, penalty there for Chase Elliott. He's a young kid. He doesn't care about penalties. I don't think this will really affect him at all. I think you're going to see him still driving, doing his best to get to the front. He seems to be the NASCAR golden child right now. He's always in the news. So I think everybody would like to see him do well and get himself a win. I haven't seen it. I'm not totally sold on the whole thing to Shed, and I think if he doesn't get a win pretty soon, this is his second full season in there, that he might be a bust. But you got to have confidence in Mr. Rick Hendricks and his choosing what drivers he wants in the car and the confidence that they're going to do go. So I don't see this penalty hurting them that much. But hey, points are points, and 50,000 is 50,000.
$50,000. That's 2 weeks in a row. Crew chief Rodney Childers and Kevin Harvick got hammered $50,000, and now this time Gustafsson for Chase Elliott because of the post-race penalty, $50,000 penalty as well. So, that's a lot of bread. But for you, it's just simply writing a check. For me, it's a lot of money. For you, it's chump change. So, in closing, what do you want to leave us with, my friend? We're going to pick back up with you on Monday, post California, get an update. But what do you want to leave us with today, my friend?
Hey, a little shout out to my friend Rick Ware Racing. They let me spend the time with them there at Bristol Motor Speedway, and I'm probably going to be back with them with the team. They're actually going to have my friend Bubba Burger on the number 51 car out here at Auto Club Speedway. So I'll be cheering on my driver, but also that number 51 has Kimmy Hill is driving. He had a 33rd finish here at Phoenix, so go for those guys. Go Bubba, go.
Go Bubba, go. Give me some screen taters, my friend.
All right, screen taters, and God bless everybody real good. Woohoo!
Good man right there. We'll talk to him again on Monday. Our buddy Mike Hedrick joining us live from Northern Virginia, Woodbridge to be exact. Again, he does it Fridays and Mondays. Fridays going into the racing weekend, and Mondays coming out of the racing weekend. Final stop on the Western Road Swing. They'll wrap things up in California, then they'll head back to our neck of the woods. And we've got, let's see, I want to make sure it's Martinsville next week at the Paperclip. And then we'll, of course, we're 30 days out from the Food City 500. And Isabel, you're supposed to be helping me here. You're supposed to be helping me shuffle my papers, because boy, I can shuffle them. Lord have mercy, I got papers. There we go. Next couple of races, we have Martinsville next week, then Texas, then we're coming to Bristol in 30 days for the Food City 500, where it's a good segue before we go to the break, where you can get your tickets right here. Buy your Bristol tickets at Food City. Again, the tickets are $50 for the Food City 500. Kids 12 and under, a $10 ticket. And then on the Saturday, that's on the 15th, the Saturday racing on April the 14th, your tickets are free for kids 12 and under to go to Bristol Motor Speedway. And the Xfinity Series tickets for adults are only $30. So you can see kids can go up and see 450 laps of racing on Saturday the 14th of April for free. And for adults, $30. And again, when you buy your tickets here at Food City, that's what I like right there. 500 bonus value points per ticket at any of the 133 Food Cities across 4 states. Again, don't forget, coming up tonight, we've got Elizabethton baseball. We'll bring it to you from O'Brien Stadium. The Cyclones and the Unaka Rangers, 6:30 airtime, 7 o'clock first pitch. Haven't done baseball. I did some last year for the Cyclones. So looking forward to getting back behind the mic, calling a little play-by-play. It's been a while. And so we'll do that tonight, again, from Cyclone Stadium, or rather from O'Brien Stadium in Elizabethton with the Cyclones. And then Monday and Tuesday, we've got games against Sullivan East. Next weekend, we'll be down in Pigeon Forge, following the Cyclones down there for a tournament. So we'll get into hot and heavy high school baseball. Before we go to the break, let me pull it up real quick. We are going to take a break, come right back, and be joined by this young lady who's sitting beside me, and she is grinning like a fox in a hen house. She's ready, and I like her because she is, look at her, she's grinning. Not only is she a very attractive young lady, but she can flat drive a golf ball. Here we go. Providence leads Texas A&M 8-5 early, obviously. That is going to be the West Regional first round. The Providence Friars, the 10th seed, leading the Texas A&M Aggies out of the Southeastern Conference, the number 7 seed in that bracket. 8-5 right now. James Tank Morrell watching in Elizabeth and Low Tank. We got Elizabeth and Cyclone baseball coming up tonight. The next game up chronologically will be starting here in about 10 minutes. Will be coming out of the East Regional in Detroit. It'll be the number 2 seed Purdue and the number 15 seed Cal State Fullerton. Don't forget the Lady Vols play today. Lady Vols take on Liberty University. That'll be a 2:40 start today at Thompson Bowling Arena in Knoxville. Hello, Tank. We've got Elizabethton baseball tonight, my friend. 6:30 airtime, 7 o'clock first pitch from Elizabethton, the Cyclones and the Naker Rangers. Quick break. We'll be right back, and let's come back in and let hear. In fact, this is where I'm heading for lunch here in a few minutes. Going back again to hear from my good friend Phil from Phil's Dream Pit, and then Isabella Vanderbeest joins us next here on show number 710. They said it wouldn't work. Show number 710 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back with my buddy Phil, Phil's Dream Pit again, the quest for perfect barbecue. And tell us about, big guy, tell us about the Dream Packs at Phil's Dream Pit.
So we offer these Dream Packs that we offer them in equal numbers. So like 4, 8, 12, 20, 24. I mean, we can do them as much as 100 people or more. We've had them go out for 300 people. But the Dream Packs are, it comes with the pork, the sauce, the buns, and 3 sides. So you could do like beans, potato salad, and coleslaw. The price ends up costing you a little under $7 a person, which is an unbelievable value around here.
Well, obviously spring's right around the corner. You're looking at people on the move, going to ball games and Little League games and just being on the move. So this is a great way to come in and get a Dream Pack. And or if you got an event in the backyard, a cookout, or whatever you got going on, this is a great way to feed the gang, right?
It is. And another benefit of it is sometimes people are having rehearsal dinners and they'll have volunteers from their church that will serve. So this is a very inexpensive way to hold your costs down for your rehearsal dinner or your wedding. We do offer full service catering. The price goes up a little bit to have our whole crew out there, but you could do the value packs too and have folks from church serve it and cost you under $7 a person.
Let's squeeze in too before I let him go. Meat by the pound. So again, another event coming up that you just want to come out here and buy this great meat by the pound. You do that as well.
I do. We offer the pulled chicken. We offer brisket by the pound, pork by the pound, chicken salad by the pound. The chicken salad, kind of give us a heads up if you're going to want 4 or 5 pounds of that, because we try not to make that much of it at once.
All this on the website.
And philsdreampit.com.
Yep.
It has our catering menu. It also has our in-house menu and the value packs, and just an awesome deal.
Oh, absolutely. And of course, they're physically located right off Interstate 26, the Eastern Star exit. So Phil's Dream Pit, philsdreampit.com. The quest for perfect barbecue, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're back live again on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We just got a text. Where did you say she was from?
Venezuela.
Holy, I can't even spell Venezuela. There you go. Alina Vanderbeest in Venezuela watching the show. The power of the internet. So we have her in Venezuela and Elaine Powers here in Kingsport. And so, neat people. And so we appreciate this young lady. We have on the screen, actually I don't have on the screen. I can get her on the screen. So, you said Venezuela. I got nervous. That's a long way from here, Isabella. Let's go to Jonesboro and hang a real strong left to go to Venezuela. There we go. Now we got her on. Look up the camera and wave at everybody. Here we go. Isabella Vanderbeest is with us. Young lady, what year are you at Dobbins Minute?
I'm a freshman. I'm in 9th grade.
Yeah. Now, she's here because she plays golf and plays it very well. So how long have you been playing golf?
I've been playing golf since I was around 5 years old, and I live around a minute from the golf course. So my dad just took me down there to have some fun, and I've always been eager to go back down there ever since.
So that's how you got started?
Yes,
just
sir.
kind of shadowing, just kind of following around Dad?
Yes.
So how old were you? Do you remember when he gave you your first clubs?
I think I got like a plastic set when I was like 5 years old.
Awesome.
So
That's
I was
cool.
just whacking balls there.
Started whacking them with a plastic club.
Yes.
And then when did you graduate to the real deal? Do you remember what age?
I was probably around 8 years old.
Yeah. Now, I don't play golf well, but I try putt-putt. Are you good at putt-putt? I know you're good at golf. We're getting ready to find out about that, but are you any good at putt-putt?
I'm pretty good. I haven't had too many hole-in-ones, but
yeah,
I'm okay.
I like goofy golf.
Yeah.
You just met me. Shorty says, yeah, I can see that. So I like playing goofy golf. We have a good time doing that, playing putt-putt. But she plays the real deal. Now, who has been the most influential person when it comes to your golf game, and why?
My coach, Jared Funk. I went to him when I was around 8, and I had no technique or any fundamentals, and he made my game really consistent and taught me the mindset for a good golfer and how to handle adversity, and we have a really good relationship. And also my grandfather, he has invested so much time in the game and in me, and makes me a really better person and a really good golfer.
And his name is?
Howard Mize.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Mize, or Dr. Mize. So, yeah, cool stuff. So we're talking to Isabella Vanderbeest. She is a freshman at Dobbins Venice. So what's Jared teaching you? How do you got to have a mindset to be a golfer? How does that differ from other sports?
Well, I think that golf is one of the hardest sports. I've never played any other sports, but I think that there's a lot of adversity and a lot of work that comes into it, and I think it really teaches me the value of hard work, because one bad bounce ruins your whole day, and the value of life and a lot of qualities in life.
So out of all the courses you played, which course you like the best and why?
I just got back from Texas, the Mira Vista golf course, and it was challenging enough to make it fun and interesting, but it also set up really good for my game. It was a long course, which is my strength, the long game, and I got to take advantage of that, so I think that's why I played pretty well on that course.
So on the guys' side, you got Phil Mickelson, Sergio Garcia, Roy McIlroy. I mean, those are some of the household names on the guys' side. In the LPGA, who are some of the ladies that are kind of the stuff right now in professional golf for the ladies?
I have to say my favorite LPGA is Michelle Wie. I like her style and her personality, and her game is one to look up to.
We're talking to Isabella Vanderbeest. She's on the screen again. She's a golfer at Dobbins Venice, sponsored by Titleist and FootJoy. So how do they find you? I mean, that's pretty cool to have these golfing companies, corporations sponsor you. How do they find you, and how did that all come about?
I actually got an email from her saying that she would love to send me free balls and gloves and shoes. So we just emailed her back, and we get a shipment in about every 6 months. So it helps a lot.
Now she is with who? Which company? Both?
Both, yes,
Both?
sir.
Titleist and FootJoy.
Yes, sir.
So you are a freshman
Yes, sir.
at Dobbins Venice.
Yes.
And so you're getting ready to get into the competitive golfing. See, the girls play in the fall, right?
Yes.
So you finished.
Yes.
The guys play in the spring. So how did your fall campaign go at DB?
It was a lot of fun. I had a good season. I really enjoyed bonding and meeting my teammates and playing against my best friends from other schools, and it was a lot of fun. I really liked it.
So you don't play again until the fall. So what does Isabella do from now till when Dobbins Venice golf season starts back late summer, early fall? Do you go out and play tours and play tournaments, rather?
Yes, I am playing a bunch this summer and just cleaning up my game and making it the best for next season.
So that sounds cool. How do you clean up your game? What do you work on?
Lots of practice, lots of short game.
Which is putting?
Yes.
Is that short game?
Short game and chipping, yes.
She's talking to a guy that doesn't play golf. So your short game is your putting game.
Yes.
Your long game obviously is driving off the tee, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. She's teaching me as we go here. So how much do you practice?
As soon as I get home from school, some days I'm with my coach, and some days I'm with my mom and my grandfather, and we range around 2 to 4 hours a day, depending on the day. And then one day a week I take off just to
Be
not
you.
think about golf.
Be you.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you got to get away from it a little bit and kind of recharge your batteries. So,
for sure.
Weather. What is for Isabella Vanderbeest? What is the premium optimum day to play golf? 60 degrees, 50 degrees. What's your perfect day?
75 and sunny.
75
Yes.
and sunny. You like it being humid or not humid?
Not humid.
Not humid. All right, 75 and sunny. And that's
No
probably
wind.
no wind.
Yes.
That's probably a lot of the days around here in the Tri-Cities. So, where do you practice around here when you practice? What course?
I'm a member at Ridgefields Country Club, and then sometimes we go up to Crockett Ridge Golf Course, and then my coach practices a lot at Glen Roki, so I'm up there a few times.
So you're driven. I can look in your eye. You got a passion for this. What is your goals 10 years from now or 5 years from now? I get you back on the show. Where do you hope to be, and what do you hope to be doing?
I know I want to play for a competitive D1 golf school, and then after college, if I still love the game as much as I do now, I definitely want to go try and become pro.
Awesome.
Yes.
So educate me, because again, I don't know much. If you were going to go to a basketball, you want to go to Kentucky, you want to go to Duke, you want to go to North Carolina, if you're a basketball player. So if you're a lady golfer, what schools out there are kind of the schools for women's golf in college?
The top ranked school right now is Alabama, but I haven't visited there. I visited a few schools, and they're pretty up there, and they're good golf schools, and coaches are good.
Yeah, what schools have you visited?
I visited Mississippi State, University of Kentucky, Wake Forest, Vanderbilt, and Clemson.
So the obvious question be, apart from golf, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to major in?
I really like journalism and writing.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So be a journalist, a writer, and a golfer all rolled up in one.
It's a dream job.
There you go. So when you get away on that one day a week, what does Isabella do to get away from the game? What do you do?
Well, I really like listening to music, and sometimes I'm with my friends, not too late on school nights, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
There you go.
Yes.
So are there any BOYs in the picture?
No, not
Very
right
good.
now.
Focus, trust me.
Yeah.
Focus on your game. They'll come down the road somewhere. It's meant to be. So that's what Mama says too, right? Worry about them boys later. Exactly. I agree. So this is your mama.
Yes.
And your father is Eudora, and is he watching somewhere? Where's he at?
He's at his work.
He's at work.
Yes.
Okay. So hello, Daddy, and there's Mom, and then Alina. You know David Ramquist?
I don't think so.
It says "Go Isabella."
Oh, that's that's
Friend of your dad's.
Yes.
Says "Go Isabella." So there you go.
Hey.
And Alina's in Venezuela.
Yes.
That is really cool. That's made my day that we're being watched in Venezuela. That's neat stuff. So in closing here, someone out there. See, how old are you?
I'm 14.
14. So someone out there looking and watching this show, or will, because it's going to be archived. You can go back and watch anytime you want to. What would you say to somebody out there that's younger than you that'd be interested in getting into the game of golf? Kind of give a sales pitch, look in the camera, and give them a rah-rah and tell them what they should do.
Don't give up and keep practicing, because when you win or complete a goal, it's definitely worth it, and it's one of the greatest games ever.
There you go. If you could, last question, you meet any athlete in the world, golf, basketball, anybody out there, and say, look, even if they're passed away, if you go back and meet anybody, what athlete or athletes would you like to meet? Just sit down and, I don't know, eat a hamburger with them, whatever.
Tiger Woods.
Okay.
I really value his work ethic and how much work he puts in and how much passion and love he has for the game. And he's making a good comeback right now.
I was getting ready to ask you think he's back? Is he back?
I think he is. I think he's going to come back.
Yeah. You ever played down in Augusta at the Masters course?
No, I've been there, but I've never played.
Oh, yeah. Neat place. That's coming up in a couple of weeks. Again,
Yes.
they're playing the Arnold Palmer Invitational this weekend. So, Isabella Vanderbeest. Awesome. We appreciate you coming by here.
Yes.
Want to give a big shout out to, let's see, is it Aunt Elaine?
Yes.
Aunt Elaine Powers. Kind of got this all put together, and I said, yeah, you want to meet my wonderful, beautiful, sensational freshman niece? I said, absolutely. And she's right on all counts. We thank you for letting her come by, and also for Papa, wherever you are on the job. So give me some taters. Why don't you come back in here, excuse me, this summer after you do some tournaments? Will you come by and give us a report?
I will.
I would love for you to. So this wasn't bad, was it?
No.
No. Everybody said, it's their first time doing this. I said, I can tell you real quick, haven't met you, this is not a problem. You're very outgoing, and if she doesn't want to be a golfer, she can be a public speaker someday. She's very good.
That'd be great.
Yeah. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes. Sweetheart. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. We're live here again at Food City. And we'll go from here to go to Cincinnati, Ohio. Talk to my man on WLW Radio, our buddy Riding Away with Dave, next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Do you like pulled pork? At Phil's, the pulled pork is cooked low and slow. We cook it all night, but we serve it fast. Our pulled pork is hickory smoked, tender and juicy. We serve the pork either as a sandwich on a bun or platter style with garlic toast. And don't forget to try our pork wings. They taste like a cross between ham and our sweet ribs. It comes as a meal, as an add-on, or part of our meat sampler platters. Pulled pork and pork wings. Just two great reasons to stop by Phil's Dream Pit. Eastern Star exit off I-26, 349-6437. Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We're live again at Food City. Again, we'll run down again the sale prices coming up on the Lucky 7 sale coming up here in just a minute. And do want to say thanks again to Isabella Vanderbeest. What a nice young lady. Again, hello to Steve Hatfield. Hello to Greg Bradley. Hello to Valdonna Mize. Thank you very much. What a nice comment you said. I appreciate that very much. Here's the updates. Basketball, Texas A&M leads Providence. This one's underway, 21-20 in the West Regional. Purdue and Cal State Fullerton just got started. Purdue, the number 2 seed, coming out of the East Regional, taking on Cal State Fullerton. That'll be being played in Detroit. Later on, let's go to the phone. He's there. You see on the screen in Cincinnati, Ohio. The Bearcats play at 2 o'clock this afternoon at Bridgestone Arena in Nashville against the number 15 seed Georgia State out of the South Regional. Good afternoon, my good friend Dave Martin on WLW Radio in Cincinnati, home of the Reds on the big one, AM 700. How are you on this Friday, my friend?
Well, I'm wonderful because we're finally getting to see a little sun. I was worried about it there for a while.
Yep, it's been cold and snowy down here, but it's going to be, looks like a pretty nice weekend. So let's break it down. We had 3 upsets yesterday. Loyola of Chicago knocks off Miami. You had Alabama defeating Virginia Tech. And in the big one, it looked like these guys just packed it in, so we want to go home. Buffalo beats Arizona.
Yeah.
This is one of the teams supposed to be in the, maybe in the Final Four. They get beat by 21 points. 2 of the guys that they have already said they're going to go pro, DeAndre Ayton, the big 7-foot freshman that's kind of the center of controversy on this probe from Arizona, is leaving to go to the NBA, and also Alonzo Trier, T-R-I-E-R, his running mate, who is a junior. These guys are bolting today after they get beat, which I think is wrong. So what's your take on day 1 of the NCAA, my friend?
Yeah, well, you're exactly right. You know, I read all the prep clippings here about Arizona, how they were on a roll and they were going to do this and that, and they had the big stud center. Hell, I seen him play yesterday. He looked like a big sissy is what he looked like to me. I think he gets chewed up in the NBA, but he probably sees some dollar signs. So you're right. They didn't want to hurt. They didn't want to sprain their toe or, you know, mess up their hairdo or whatever the deal was. But they sure played like a bunch of sissies yesterday. But that's what happens a lot of times when athletes nowadays, they see big money on the table. You know, they don't want to play in this game. They don't want to play in the bowl games in college football and blah, blah, blah. I say boot them on out. Don't even get them in the programs. That's why they got to tighten up there in the NCAA basketball with all the shenanigans that's been going on. You know, money under the table and coaches, you know, getting money from agents, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's pathetic. I mean, it's really changes. You know, one of the other things I've seen, Tommy, and I didn't see every game, naturally, but games I saw, man, the place wasn't even half full. I mean, maybe a third full. And used to be, you couldn't find a ticket for some of these March Madness games. Did you see the same thing?
Yeah, and I'm looking over here. In fact, it's funny you brought that up. For example, the game tonight, Bridgestone Arena, Xavier and West and Texas Southern in Nashville plays at 7:20 tonight. Tickets starting at $202 a piece. The games in San Diego, those starting at $60 a piece. Check this out. The Arkansas Butler game at Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, tickets starting at $400 a piece. That may explain why there's some empty seats. Then on top of that, you've got these teams. I mean, they send teams like Kentucky to Boise, Idaho, for crying out loud. So, you know, I just don't get it, and I think they're hurting themselves by geographically. Case in point, Marshall and West Virginia are playing in San Diego today. So, two teams out of West Virginia. How many people can jump middle of the week and fly or drive to San Diego from West Virginia to watch a ball game? Probably not many. So I think that's hurting the crowds too. But you're right. I see a lot of empty seats in these arenas right now.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's a great point. I mean, you're adding on to it. I think the thing that they're doing is they're driving out the average fan that really would support these teams and want to go see a ball game when they know the players and they got a real fan following. But hell, they got different teams, players going here, there, and everywhere, but they don't have the attendance, and I think you really hit on something with a ticket price like that. $400 to see one rum-dum and, you know, one main team. To hell with that. Everything's out of whack nowadays, and I guess we could shift gears to go to baseball. You know, we had about, 100 or 90 free agents here to start a spring training. Now, a few of them are starting to sign, but some of these contracts they're signing, Tommy, I just don't know where in the hell teams like the Philadelphia Phillies that, preseason ratings had them, finishing at the bottom of their division. They threw around $75 million for a 3-year deal to that pitcher, the Cubs' former pitcher,
Arrieta.
I just don't. Yeah, Arrieta. Where in the hell are they coming up with that kind of cash?
I don't know.
Baseball, the stadium's the same thing. They're not even getting stadiums half full. I mean, the Reds last year, they were hurting to draw 14,000 for games during the week. Maybe on the weekend, the game I went to, I think they maybe had, 24,000. They announced the attendance being a hell of a lot higher, but this money they're throwing around and these athletes demanding all this big money, no wonder the fans aren't going to playoff games anymore, whether it's basketball or baseball. Of course, we saw what happened with the NFL. Their fan base is dropped in the tank unless you're one of the playoff teams.
We're talking to our buddy, you're right, talking to our buddy Dave Martin, WLW Radio. He'll be there tomorrow night, and the American Truckers Network will be there with him. Again, talking NASCAR. They're in California this week for the racing, and Kevin Harvick's out there. And what about Jimmie Johnson losing Lowe's as his primary sponsor? This is the 7-time champion of NASCAR, losing Lowe's starting next year. I think that's a huge blow to NASCAR. A lot of folks are kind of downplaying it, but hey, Home Depot, Target, and now Lowe's have stepped away from the sport. So I don't know. I hope that's not a ripple effect, Dave Martin, and other companies will follow suit. I hope that's not going to be the case.
Well, that's the whole pattern that I see. A lot of these big-time outfits, they just are figuring, I'm just guessing, that they're not getting the bang for the buck, and they just can't afford to throw that kind of money, and they're probably being controlled. I'll tell you, the other thing is that probably some of these boards, like with Lowe's, and I don't know for sure, it could be speculation, they got a bunch of lefties running the operation, and they say, hell, we don't want to support the good old boys. They probably all voted for Trump, a bunch of deplorables, blah, blah, blah. So let's pull the cash out of that deal. So, there's a lot of belts that's going to have to be tightened up. I mean, we got a guy working overtime trying to make America great again, and every time you turn around, there's roadblocks being thrown in the way. But I can understand, the money just isn't there in a lot of things, and everything's becoming more diversified with all these different sporting venues and everything overlapping. So I can see where that's a troubling pattern, and they're going to have to figure this thing out. I think, I know you've probably seen the stories. Everything's got to get back to the roots. And you brought it up. These college teams, they've oversaturated the number of teams in the NCAA. Probably about 20 of the teams don't even belong in there. They got them going all over the country. You've lost a real core fan support. Then they jack up the prices sky high in overrated players. One of the things I'll throw in there too, Tommy, when I see some of these college teams out there playing defense, they don't play no stinking defense. They're just like the NBA, man. They'll drive the hoop and see who can do this dunk, who can do that dunk, and blah, blah, blah. Stand around mid-court, maybe hope there's a loose rebound, and they can go down and try and dunk on the other end. That ain't basketball. That ain't basketball I grew up seeing and playing and watching.
We're talking to our buddy Dave Martin in Cincinnati. Hello to Martha Parr up in West Virginia watching the show. And we appreciate that very much. Went to school with this young lady, and hello back in Charleston, West Virginia. Again, by the way, we go back. I was doing some checking while you were talking. Marshall and Wichita State play. Their tickets starting at $200 a ticket today. And then right after that will be West Virginia and Murray State. And those tickets also at $200 a ticket. So, again, you're going to fly from Charleston to San Diego, up in a hotel for a couple of days, $200 a ticket. You're probably going to drop $1,000 easy to go out and watch, again, the first-round games. This is, I can get the prices of the tickets when you get into the, Sweet 16, the Elite 8, maybe the Final Four, but to pay $200 a ticket to go watch a first-round game, I think they're pricing themselves out of the market, and obviously, as you said, the seats that are empty are reflecting that, in my humble opinion.
Well, yeah, you're right, and especially when you watch a ball game in your, 50-inch big screen TV right in your living room and have anything you want to eat or sip on. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So we're talking to our buddy Dave Martin. So tell me what's going on. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you too, Martha Smith Parr. She sent me a text. Hello from Cross Lanes, West Virginia. Population 44. Salute right off of Hee-Haw. Dave, let's talk about the Cavaliers. How's LeBron and the boys doing as we're heading down the home stretch of the playoffs?
Well, LeBron, man, he's cooking. I guess he wants to get another big-time salary. Who knows how much cash they're going to throw at him, whether it's the Cavs or, now the Lakers are talking about. They put up some dumbass billboards. Welcome, LeBron. Come on out. Hang out with all the – well, don't pay no attention to the fans out here, how loony they are. But come on out. You'll be welcome with open arms. Magic will show up and give you a big hug and a smooch and whatever. But yeah, LeBron's playing good, and Larry Nance Jr. is kicking ass, but the Cavs got about 4 of their top guys right now injured, and the ball game I saw playing last night was the same thing, where the guards don't want to play no damn defense out there. That's a troubling pattern all over the place. I think the NBA's turned into the good old boy club. It's all about scoring points so they can go get their millions of dollars after the season's over, and hey, look at my stats, 25 a game, and I had 8 rebounds. Nobody was around me. Didn't even have to jump for them. And, blah, 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 assists. And, now I want a, 5-year, $60, $80 million contract. I mean, it's gotten pathetic what's going on in the sporting world. And that's why I'm about half fed up. And I'm one of the biggest sports fans and followed it all along. But, Tommy, I think you've hit on something. Here you are doing a sports show, and you're catering to the people. You're going out with the people. You're visiting with the people, meeting them. They all appreciate everything you're doing. You're doing it on a local level, although you've got great national reach, and that's what it's all about. You put on a quality product, and people will show up, and they will support you and stuff, but we got to get back to the grassroots, whether it's doing shows like what you're doing. Of course, I'm doing a show on ATN, which is America's Trucking Network, on 700, the big one, and we reach out to grassroots. All the truckers around the country listen to the show. They call in, they participate. We got a big trucking show down in Louisville, Kentucky this coming week. I'll be down there at least for one day. The truckers want me to stay all weekend. I said, hell, boys, I got to do live shows Friday and Saturday night. I can't hang out and drink some brewskis and party and go on down there into, hot spots and stuff like that. I got a couple shows I'm going to have to do. And, of course, you're a big part of the Saturday night show, calling us, giving all your expertise on NASCAR and sports. But so I'm looking forward to all that, and then I'll keep you posted on the Reds. Looks like a couple guys went down for the Reds pitching, but they got a couple other guys jumping on in there. A couple young guys are really looking good, even though the Reds' overall record hadn't been too good. But there's always a lot to talk about in ATN. You know that.
Absolutely. We'll do it tomorrow night. Got to run, my friend. You're awesome, Dave Martin. Again, tomorrow night, midnight to 6. I'll talk to you then, and looking forward to being with you tomorrow night, my friend.
That's right, 700 WLW. Anybody can listen on iHeartRadio, or hell, you probably pick it up on your AM radio, 700 WLW, and we have a lot of fun, Tommy. I look forward to seeing you. Good luck with everything else you got going on.
You got it. I'll talk to you tomorrow night, my friend.
Thank you, Bill. Bye.
Yep. Our buddy Dave Martin again from WLW Radio in Cincinnati. Again, we're on his show tomorrow night from midnight to 6. We'll be in right around midnight on AM 700 WLW talking NASCAR as we are 30 days out from the Food City 500. Get your tickets right here at your local Food City, over 130 stores, and store managers right here with us to talk before we wrap this thing up. And that would be our dear friend, our buddy Tommy Stanley, the Turtle Man. Let's see if I can get him here. So there he is. There you go. No, we want to get you on there. Got to get you on before we get out of here.
Radio,
yes, you do. Oh, I love this guy. Love coming over and doing the show. And so here he is. Behind us, you see the Scott paper towels. And again, we've got those on sale. And let's start with those tickets. You can buy the Bristol tickets for less at your local Food City, and we'll get into the sale. Let's go ahead and do this right here. There we go. Yeah, buy your Bristol tickets. Look where my finger is. 500 bonus value points for every ticket you purchase. The tickets for adults for the Food City 500 are $50. Kids 12 and under get in for $10. Then on Saturday, the Xfinity Series race, you get in for $30 if you're an adult. Kids 12 and under get in free. So if I'm doing my math right, come in, buy one kid's ticket for $10 and get 500 bonus value points. You get 150 points per gas visit. So for a $10 ticket for a kid, I get 3 gas visits. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
There you go. That is
I've done
good.
a better job dressing myself this
Yes,
time.
you did. You've hooked yourself up better, and that's good.
Yeah,
I didn't have to.
You're right. You know, that is good, and you can also go ahead and pre-buy your tickets now for your August race too.
Yep.
So, you're right. Go ahead and get that. It's a good deal. Very good deal. Convenient. You come in, buy it here, and then like I said, it get emailed to you, and a lot more convenient and easy to do it.
Absolutely.
And we're all about that. We do the. Speaking of that, where we do our go-kart now, where you can place your order online, and then you can come by and we'll have it order ready and bring it outside to the curb. You come by, we'll bring it right out there, you pay for it, we'll load the groceries in your car, never get out of your car. And we partner with Instacart on the Food City Delivers, same thing where you can have the groceries actually brought to your house. So we do got a lot of good things going on. And the convenience of the tickets is just like the 2 that I mentioned. And if anybody has more questions, they can call any of your stores around. The store managers can explain it and stuff on there.
This is the coolest thing. I've done this for 710 shows. This lady today was watching from Venezuela. We had her, I guess her granddaughter on a few minutes ago, Isabella Vanderbeest. And so she and Isabella's grandmama and her aunt were watching the show via internet in Venezuela. How about that? These 2 down here are watching from West Virginia. Martha and Andy Peace are watching in West Virginia. Don's watching in Blunt, Vegas. We got all these folks again watching the show, and we appreciate it. How about that in Venezuela? That's for an old country boy from West Virginia. That's all right. You go to Jonesboro and hang a right. Keep trucking.
Then. I ain't been out Jonesboro. I'm from Hawkins County. I ain't been out there really.
Hawkins County.
My GPS navigational device won't get me that far.
Oh, Lordy. Oh, Lordy.
Yeah.
Love this guy. So we got some specials. We're talking about the race tickets, and he's going to wrap up our show. Then we're going to get trucking. I'm going to go have lunch at Phil's Dream Pit. You ever had lunch at Phil's?
I have.
Baby. Oh, can't wait to get out there and grub out a little bit. Got a baseball game tonight. We've got Elizabeth and Unaka, 6:30 airtime, 7 o'clock first pitch tonight. So the Turtle Man's going to wrap up our show and tell us some specials at all the Food City stores.
Well, I'm going to start back here in the Bakery Deli. I just went over there myself, just had lunch. We got some good steak and gravy over there today, pepper steak and onions. But let me tell you about some of the specials in the bakery. We got a new variety of cakes that we're doing now over in the cake corner. We got the bar cakes. bakery fresh. We got some that is filled cakes, quarter sheet cakes, whatever. We got the apple turnovers, cherry turnovers, $3.49. 8-piece chicken this week, $6.99. Hot bar combo, cheesesteak combo, $5.
Hello, Mr. Monk. How are you, sir?
We got our maple and honey turkey Dietz and Watson's, $7.99 a pound, and we got the Bistro Deli Classics Virginia Ham, $6.99. And don't forget your cabbage. We got 49-cent cabbage and potatoes coming right into that.
There's a country song. Don't forget your cabbage, baby.
Oh yeah, some cut
Don't
cabbage.
forget
I
your
love
cabbage.
it. A little hot pepper in it.
Elvira. Yeah, don't forget your cabbage.
Don't
all right.
forget your cabbage.
All right.
We got drinks for sale right here today on Lucky Sevens. We got a page full of stuff like Newark strips, the certified Angus. They're $6.77 a pound. The Halo oranges, I know you're real fond of them too. I like them very well. $3.77 a bag. It's a 3-pound bag. Kraft cheeses, up to 8-ounce bag, $1.77. Domino's sugar, and I know you've seen a bunch of it go out, but even I filled it today. $1.77 on it. Kern sandwich bread, 77 cents. You know, that's probably about one of my top items on here. A loaf of that bread and a pack of bologna, and I'm there. Scotch paper towels or bath tissue, $4.77. Jimmy Dean's croissant sandwiches are selling very well right now too.
This is a 2-day sale, today and tomorrow.
Today and tomorrow. Johnsonville brats. Weather's supposed to warm up a little bit, so that'd be something good to grill out. I know one of your favorites here, the SpaghettiOs.
There you go, Campbell's
77
SpaghettiOs.
cents.
77 cents a can. There you go.
Yeah.
Now, I want you to look up the camera. We're about out of time here.
Okay.
These specials, again, you can see my man Tommy Turtlestein loved this guy. We go back a long way. School bucks. This is a really cool way for you to make money for your child or grandchild or cousin, nephew, whoever you're signing up for to help out. School bucks, it's a no-brainer. Tell us how it works.
Well, you come in the store and you just tell the cashier and you go through the line. You have to sign up every year in April again. So if you signed up last year and say, well, I've already signed up, nope. Come back in again this year and sign up. And then all you do, after you sign up that one time, you don't have to do it no more. You could be, like you said, we're in 4 states. You can live right here in Kingsport, but be in Chattanooga at Food City, and those school buck points will go towards the school that you choose. You can choose multiple schools if you've got kids in multiple schools, grandkids or friends or whatever. We do put a lot of money back into the schools. The community supports us, and we support the community on it.
Absolutely.
We got plenty of money set aside for that this year, and somebody's going to get it. So might as well be right here. So really get signed up for that. Everybody should.
So the beauty of it is, again, once you go through the first time, I mean, you can start today. The actual program ends end of April. They'll pass out checks late this summer. And so what you do is go to any Food City. There's a code book and say, okay, I want to be with XYZ school. They type it in, and every time you make a purchase at any Food City, you have points accrued going to that school.
Yeah, and then the points at the end of the year, they take all the points and convert that into percentages to get it back to dollars, and the dollars go back into the school system. I know where they've worked on schools that I've actually went and spoke at. You can get bonus points for that, so you want to get your store manager or HRC in your local store to come out and speak at your school functions and different things. We got a lot of different stuff we can sit down and go over if somebody has any questions. Don't have a problem here. If you're not right here in this area, give us a call. And I don't have no problem going over everything with them because, like I said, I got 3 kids that's in school right now, and they need all the support for schools they can get.
What kind of check amounts you passed out last year? Some pretty good amounts, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it was tens of thousands in the area right here that we passed out. So we'd like to do that again, bigger and better. And it's real simple. Like I said, it's one time sign up. Take a minute to sign up or less as you're going through the line with your groceries, and from there on, the whole rest of the year to the next school year, you don't have to do a thing other than buy groceries.
Show number 1,000 when we get there is going to be right here.
Right here, 1,000.
We'll get there. I promise you we'll get there. Can't wait. It'll be here before you know it. Today's 7:10. So what do you want to leave us with today? I got to get trucking, head out to fields. Got folks waiting on me. So What you want to leave us with? Getting ready to grub out, and then I got to do a baseball game.
Tell me that after I'd done
You
it.
come with us.
I mean, look at me. I'm fading away to nothing.
You are puny.
Yeah.
You're shriveling up to nothing.
No, I just appreciate you coming out.
Oh, yeah.
And being with us today.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
like you've definitely had a jam-packed event. Had some good people here. And I appreciate you coming out and doing what you do here. I really, really do appreciate your friendship for many, many years. So.
Yes, sir. Good man right here.
It is awful hard to talk looking at that screen, though. Oh, Lord, I'm glad I just have to do that in the morning when I put my contacts in. That's the most difficult thing.
Oh, appreciate you.
Thank you.
He's the man right there. Yes, sir. Our buddy Tommy Stanley, again from Food City store manager, runs a great store. Love coming out of the Food City. Here's the beauty of this of what I do, doing what I do, if that's right English, is to make friends like Tommy Stanley and Dale. And I mean, you can write down the list. Les over in Elizabeth, and they're just great people. They work their tails off to make these stores as nice as they are. They're constantly being scrutinized, as they should be, by the home office. They're working with the public. They're working with keeping employees rolling. I mean, it's a job that never really seems to end, but they do a great job, and a lot. They feel like sometimes pieces of taffy. A lot of folks are pulling on them all the time, but they smile and get the job done. And so I love coming out here every week and working with these managers at Food City, and also Kevin and Lisa in the marketing department at Food City as well. All right, so we're going to wrap it up by saying thank you to Rick Pinnell and Robbie Ferguson from the Kingsport Speedway. The president of the Bristol Prep Academy, Patrick Grayson, stopped by. Mike Hedrick was on the phone with us from Northern Virginia with the NASCAR Fans Reporter. Also, Isabella Vanderbeest from Dobbins Minute, the sensational freshman golfer. Dave Martin from WLW Radio in Cincinnati. And, of course, the store manager here, Tommy Stanley, from right here at Food City on Eastman Road. We'll rejoin you, won't be long, right back at it at 6:30 tonight. Airtime at 6:30, first pitch at 7. We've got Elizabeth and Cyclone baseball tonight. The season opener for us here on our broadcasting, here on the internet, on Facebook, as we'll bring it to you from O'Brien Stadium, home of the Elizabethton Twins, the Cyclones, and the Unaka Rangers. 6:30 airtime, 7 o'clock first pitch tonight from O'Brien Stadium, brought to you by Chick-fil-A of Elizabethton. So for Tommy Stanley and for all the guests, this is Tom Taylor telling you as always, again, we're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. We wrap up show number 710. Don't forget to go to church Sunday and worship the King of Kings. He's worthy. He's deserving. And so until we meet you at 6:30, we'll tell you as always, win or lose, be a good sport. Back at 6:30 for Elizabethton baseball. Until then, from Food City and Kingsport on Eastman Road. So long, everybody.